hate puppies. It's good podcast.
I feel threatened.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. This is a interesting episode. I never thought I'd see the day that we'd be doing this, but then again, we do a lot of immature stuff, so I guess this adds up.
Yeah.
So,
dude, this is Christmas Day for me. I've been looking forward to this for a solid week now.
This is what you get when you have a couple of 14-year-olds.
Yeah. A lot of firsts happening here. Recording.
I haven't been looking forward to this, but so much. I was excited about it, like, up until Saturday, and then the reality was setting in that I was going to try to eat more nuggets than Ely, and this dude's an eater.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Check.
We'll be okay.
Well, I had to come here and be a witness. I had to.
Yeah, we have a guest. We have Terrence O'Neill from Penny Lane Pub joining us. I appreciate you joining to watch this go down. You understand fine food. That's not what we're having today. We are having Wendy's chicken nuggets in honor of Squeezy Jib. Squeezy Jibs? Is that his name? I believe that was his name.
Squeezy Jibs. Yep.
Which I now realize what you guys were saying. The dude literally saved next to no money. It's $1.49 for 4 nuggets. That dude drove all over town for nothing.
Yep.
Absolute waste of time. So the plan is, Ely, you and I are going to start eating. We each have 60 Wendy's nuggets in front of us during a time where I'm being told there's a shortage of meat, and a lot of it because it's being thrown out. So
Yeah.
we're doing our part.
I don't think there's any meat in those.
Yeah, don't kill the animals. We'll eat them.
Yeah, we're doing our part. So far so good. Stuart,
All right, let's lay down the ground rules so we can start the timer, because I know you two have been fasting most of the afternoon. So we're going to do 20 minutes for 20 nuggets. That way you can kind of pace yourself. And the goal was, Brendan said he could eat 5 more than Ely, but I guess we'll take 1 more as a win.
I'll take anything. I'll take anything over 40 as a personal victory.
Right.
Because this is a lot of nuggets.
Well, if we're going for Squeezy Jibs, then you got to get to 44 because he did 11 stops, 4 nuggets each. So 44.
Do we know that he ate them?
No, he said it would last him all week. In fact, that's how this whole thing.
Yeah. All right, let's get our 20 minutes going.
All right, I'm going to start it. Here we go. 3, 2,
Hold on.
1.
Let me pull out my nugget. I got my nuggets in a toaster oven.
Timer is on.
Cool.
And I just realized I don't think anybody saw us until I stopped sharing the timer.
Dang it. I literally just dropped a nugget on the floor. I got to go get it.
So if you don't meet 20 minutes,
are we eating? Can I eat?
Minutes,
yes, go.
If you don't meet the 20 nuggets in 20 minutes, you lose. If we have, as they call it, Nathan's, a reversal of fortune, you lose. Which is if they come back
up.
Term? That's the term. That's what they use for Nathan's hot dog. So we're going to use it here because we're on their level.
Yeah.
And
oh God, I just dropped one right on the floor and it was laying in a pile of dog hair. That's the official Corona nugget.
Oh no.
So boys, are we going dips? No dips?
I got a bunch of dips here.
Nice. Ely's got a variety of dips. I know they gave Brendan a bag full of dips. Whether or not he's going with them is a whole nother option. It looks like he is, from what I can tell.
Do they have any fire wings or
spicy?
Spicy?
They did. No one went spicy. Great question, Terrence.
I did not. No.
Okay.
Trying to keep it on the up and up.
Probably smart.
So.
Oh my God, I think they gave me too many of these.
If y'all want, since we can't see your numbers, if you want to call out, 5 or 10 or whatever.
I'm 6 deep.
6 deep? Oh. All right.
I am only like 2 deep because I'm trying to work a toaster oven. And
Brendan looks like he's over there baking a cake.
Look, yeah, he's like doing one of those TV shows right now. He's like, all right, we got nuggets and dipping and like make a dessert. We got 20 minutes.
You guys don't worry about me. I'm dipping.
No, I'm totally worried about you. Eli looks cool as you can get.
So, Stu, give us a countdown. We lost the timer. What are we looking at here?
We're good on the timer. We got 17 minutes, 45 seconds left.
All right.
And because we're recording this, I think when we started, the first thing people saw was just the 20-minute screen and not us. But just to give you guys a little something to motivate you, Molly Schuler has the world record for eating the most nuggets. She did 300, and her name is Molly Schuyler. 360 Burger King nuggets in one sitting in about an hour and 14 minutes.
A woman holds the record for most nuggets.
360 Burger King in one single sitting, and she did it in an hour and 14 minutes and 33 seconds.
So y'all
Sounds like
got
a
her
keeper.
beat easily.
Yeah.
I'm going to put her on the short list of chicks I don't want to bang.
Well,
The exciting part is, Troy, doing it this way, you can see Stu reading the facts.
Yeah.
As his head moves back and forth.
yeah, our lip read. There's your competitor.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. That
You
chick
might
don't
want to
play.
take that back,
I
Brendan.
take that back entirely. What is up? I think I just met she's the queen of the binge and purge.
11 and a half pounds of fried chicken.
My God.
Is she from Virginia? Because aren't all the porn stars from Virginia too? She's a porn star chicken nugget master.
I tell you what, man, those competitive eaters, you gotta give those guys their due because it's pretty impressive the amount of food they can put down.
It's a talent, but I don't know.
Like they go past like uncomfortableness. You know, they're just like keep going.
Know what I don't like? I look up, and as Ely's doing this, he looks like he's enjoying it. And I know I'm not.
I love nuggets.
Yeah.
Slow and steady. That wins the race,
Plus,
right?
like you're talking more, and Ely is just
He's
straight
just
working.
crunching.
He is a man on a mission.
So if he hits the 20 and there's still 10
I'm just
minutes
hungry.
left, and he just
Oh
has a
yeah,
10-minute break.
we have to wait till that 20-minute mark. I'm just hoping to get through them. Actually,
Okay.
I'm
I
good.
think Eli's done with his 20.
Yeah. So
Ely's got to be getting close to 20.
we're officially at the quarter mark. 15 minutes left.
All right.
15 minutes.
Breathe.
I'm going to slow it down then because I only have
Breathe.
5 nuggets left. If I can't choke out 5 nuggets in 15 minutes, well, then I'm not the kind of man Molly would love.
I got 3 left.
I'm trying to figure out which sauce I like the best. I think I'm partial to this sweet and sour.
Can't go wrong with sweet and sour.
No.
The sriracha is a hair disappointing. I got to be honest. It's got a
I
little.
agree.
It's not that good. Like I expected it to really have. I mean, it's got a little spice to it, but it's not a sriracha spice.
So what did well, Ely, I know you bought for the whole family, but what
I
is
got 20.
all right.
Winner.
What does 60 nuggets run you?
Well,
I don't know because I bought a bunch of food for everybody. The family.
You
cost-
said $1.50 for 4?
it cost me. Actually, it was $1.99 for 6. So that's not a better deal, is it?
Slightly.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
No.
I can't do math anymore. I'm not getting this. Sucks. The abacus hit me up this week and notified me that I had done my math improperly last episode when I gave the deli score. The abacus reaching out to you and telling you that you suck at math is like John Candy telling you you're fat.
It's an all-time low.
Yeah, it really was.
Reached a new low.
Oh, I'm already burping.
Oh,
He's
Uh-oh.
losing it.
Yeah.
Taking a step back.
he's backing away from the mic, folks.
Oh.
Have
So
we
that's the
hit
con- is that the
20 yet?
container?
So what's the deal? I got to wait now until 20 minutes is up?
Yeah, you should have just gone with the minute.
That's the rule. That's the rule y'all impose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, we can change the rules mid-game. I mean, If y'all both hit 20, and you
I got some honey up in here. That's what you need is some honey dipping sauce.
Honey, yeah.
That's true. Diabetes doesn't just happen.
So just give you guys
Everybody
a little.
knows diabetes equals winning.
That's nature's candy.
Here you go, guys.
Uh-oh, Stu is reading the ingredients.
Dude, I just almost
The
choked.
ingredients are chicken.
It better be.
Well,
The ingredients are pollo and bread.
there's something in here that's an anti-foaming agent. Hopefully that kicks in for you guys.
Yeah, who wants foamy chicken nuggets? That makes sense.
I'm kind of glad they have an anti-foaming agent in there, which one of my nuggets clearly did not have enough anti-foaming agent because it had like some foaming fat drizzle coming out of it. And I just powered on just like the dog hair nugget. But I've had 2 nuggets that are of concern to me. Oh, God.
Shouldn't we be starting the one a minute?
I don't think he's going to make it.
We both have 20?
So I'll tell you what, if you got 12 minutes left,
Yeah.
we can wait 2 minutes and at
No,
the
I'm
10
going to
minute
let it
mark.
ride for a second. I just had a big old belch. I need to get some beer time in.
Are you dunking your chicken in water?
No, I'm not. Oh, my God. He's got a pitcher of water. This dude is a baller.
You
No,
should.
I'm not dunking my shit in water. That sounds disgusting.
Okay, so you're both all right. You're both at 20. We have 12 minutes left, so now we can talk.
Yeah.
How
this
are
is
we
good.
feeling? Let's do a check-in here.
I can
I
tell
feel like
you,
$1 million. I'm hungry.
You're still hungry.
Fuck yeah.
but it hasn't even set in yet. Like it's still just waiting to become part of us. Which
Coagulate is the word you're looking for.
yeah, this is
That's
rough.
probably why you might want to start back up. So
That's what I'm saying.
I know. I want him to have to push through.
Yeah.
I want him
You
to
do.
feel the pain. I can tell you.
I don't know though, man. Sitting here and just popping them like Tic Tacs, that's like, I feel like that's never ending. Like I could probably sit here until 2 a.m. just doing it every once in a while.
Yeah, the stall really helps set it off. Like
Yeah.
you have to let your body adjust to the new normal, which my new normal includes a weird like chilly sweat that's starting like on my arms and on my head and a little bit in my
I'm disappointed that I was gonna up the ante a little bit and eat a single burger from Wendy's at the beginning of this just to show you how much more awesome I am, but I totally bitched out.
That would have been baller. Say, okay, let me ask you: do you have 60 full nuggets there, or did you end up giving away 4?
I have 60 full. I told him to pound sand and microwave some.
Oh my gosh, nice! So Ely had forgotten someone else in the family's 4-piece order.
Yeah.
and actually came in with 60 nuggets. It was like, sorry, I forgot your nuggets.
I don't have any to spare.
I have 60.
No, I don't have any
5
extra.
gallon bucket right here.
Well,
That
just
is the
to
best.
just to participate, I've got my 4-pack here to give you discussion on flavor.
Are those
Cool.
gluten free?
I can honestly say I didn't even taste my nuggets. Like I was
Me
like,
either.
wham. I do know that I like honey mustard and the sweet and sour.
I wish I had some of that stuff. I need all they gave me is ranch and creamy sriracha, I think.
Ranch is trash.
I just
For
ordered
nugget.
60, and then she said, you're gonna have to wait on that, right? And I said, yeah, I assumed I would. And she goes, well, do you want any sauce with that? And I said, how about you just give me kind of the full gamut, like just send me some sauce. They sent me out.
Sampler.
They sent me out with something larger that it's literally tearing because it couldn't hold the amount of sauce. And
I have one of those. I have the same thing. Mine's halfway full, but it's all ranch and sriracha.
Oh, they did me right, except for when the girl grabbed my cup, stuck 2 ungloved fingers in there, held it, and scooped the ice, and then filled my Coke Zero. I was like, that's kind of gross.
That's what you get for drinking Coke Zero. She does that to everyone that drinks Coke Zero.
Yeah, the double finger for the Coke Zero people.
Yeah. We got a Coke Zero at the window.
Two things.
Sheila, get up here.
2 things. One, Ely, they basically gave you everything that no one else likes. They're like, screw it. And then what are the Wendy's that Brendan went to? What are they saying? Like, this lame dude just ordered 60 nuggets, and he thinks that Coke Zero is going to save the day for him.
Dude.
So I did think I thought that my conversation, like, so I was smart and I called ahead, and I was like, I ain't trying to be sitting there waiting for them to brew these things.
That was smart.
I called and I thought it was going to be, what? You doing what? She's like, Wendy's. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming in getting 60 nuggets in about 2 minutes. I just want to give you all a heads up. You want spicy or regular? Regular. All right. And that was it.
What you're saying is you weren't the first guy to come through and roll.
Apparently not.
60 nuggets.
Not at all.
Yeah, my guy was nice. The guy who brought it out to me, he was like, man, they were going to try to give you some of those old nuggets. And I said, no. My man ordered 60 nuggets.
Yeah.
And he actually put in a fresh order. Like, he started cooking them then. And he said, I figure these other people buying 4-piece, they can get the old stuff. I got you. And I was like, thank you. And he was a big boy. Like, he knew. He was like, I got you, man.
He knows nuggets.
And you
so here's a good question. Now we got all these dipping sauces.
Yeah, I got all these dipping sauces.
But do you like scrape? So I got a couple here in front of me that like there's a like a 1/4 inch at the bottom. Do you scrape that or do you crack a new one because we got so many?
I literally have them stacked on top of each other, like so I can go to the next one just below it. So I'm not going to be scraping. This is a gluttonous thing. The last thing I'm going to do is scrape. I'm going to toss.
You got time for scraping.
Yeah, no. I'm not even going to put this in the trash. I'm going to strewn them about the yard. I want everyone to see. The only problem is
creamy sriracha so bullshit.
My creamy sriracha has developed a thick brown crust across the top because it's sitting under a fan. Leads me to believe that it might be the most natural of the bunch, though. The least anti.
I do have regular sriracha and honey. I feel like I should mix them.
Honey sriracha.
Oh, yeah. God. He is so much better than me at this. I'm in for it.
Yeah.
I did hit the Bowflex today, so I'm kind of.
I didn't. I went golfing.
Burned off some extra calories.
Woo.
You probably burned as much as I did walking around a golf course. Using his power rods.
Yeah, but it only took me 40 minutes, and I never had to throw a club in frustration because that's how I golf.
Technology.
Yeah.
Now I've I've added Bud Light to my equation, and I don't like Bud Light, but something tells me Squeezy Jibs only drinks Bud Light.
Yeah, he's a Bud Light guy.
So in order to channel my inner Squeezy Jibs, I got Bud Light.
So what'd y'all do this weekend?
I'm starting to feel like I need to go to the bathroom. What? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying you guys got 5 minutes.
I went to the river for the first time.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Did they open back up?
They did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, they didn't they push back the opening again today to the 15th? Didn't the governor push it back from the 8th to the 15th?
I saw that.
Yeah, I think it's what it sounded like, but then implemented like the plan for reopening from like this point forward. I mean, I went to Kroger parking lot and that whole shopping center was open. Like every store was open.
Yep.
Like I went to the pet store and then I went to like the oil place and then there was like a consignment store and then like the pasta place and the Chinese place. It was like, I thought we were shut down. That whole shopping center was wide open.
Nah, just industries they don't like or need.
Yeah. Or if Karen finds out, right, Ely?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I tell you what, this shutdown has made I've never seen the Dairy Queen drive-through line. I mean, it's wrapped around the little gas station by my house every night for like 2 laps. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm like, it's the worst fried food ever,
Oh, I beg to differ.
It's the worst ice cream ever.
I got a morality question for you.
Ooh, I like those.
All right.
Okay.
Transitioning.
Yeah.
That has to do with this thing. If you were if you were a hot, or any level, but like let's say you're an average to above average hairdresser. When this ends, do you price gouge?
Probably won't have to.
I don't think you price gouge. I just think you say, hey guys, look, I got to go, 25% higher than normal.
Well,
you understand?
Doesn't a high-end hairdresser already price gouge?
Yes, but like if you're Karen and your favorite hairdresser is Sally and you want to get to Sally day 2, day 1, like should Sally be like, I'll slide you in if you pay me double or whatever.
I don't see any price gouging personally because I don't think Karen wants to go.
Yeah, that's
think-
a fact.
So let's not say Karen.
Karen wants this lady to figure out a way to do it safe in her house wrapped in a bubble.
You're right. That's a
Yeah,
bad
she
example.
needs Edward Scissorhands to, from a distance,
I
tickle
think
that
the
hair.
hairdresser that comes up with the best do it from your home while I'm wrapped in saran wrap business is going to crush it.
I kind of feel like
That's
I
true.
would charge a little extra just to make back a little money, that I might have lost. And you're going to be working 10, 12-hour days for quite a while.
I think you're going to see a little bit of a price hike because, like, when you just listen, me just listening to the women out there that are saying, I can't wait to get my hair done, go get a pedicure, they're all just waiting to do something. I think you're going to have some of those salons that are going to be able to not price gouge, but maybe hike up a little bit, like you said, Troy, because of their loss. But if they're doing it right and want to look safe, they're going to have all these things that they're going to have to implement for, physical distancing and make sure things are clean, and then they'll get the business. But
Stu, can I get a time check?
Yeah, we're less than 2 minutes. I think.
you got 2 minutes. I got a minute 59.
I'm taking my nuggets out.
Yeah, you can prep.
Are we
Oh,
going?
yes.
Are we going another 20 minutes? Another 20 nuggets? Is that the rule?
Yeah, I have
of
a
that?
feeling these 20 nuggets are going to go a lot slower than the last.
Okay.
Ely, do you feel
Ely
slighted?
shaking his head. No.
Does Ely? Do you feel slighted that he's keeping his warm and you're just coming right out of the bag?
So look, this
He's
box,
squished his down.
this box with the lid on, it's soup. All the moisture's in here, so they're all staying nice and squishy.
They're not going to dry out.
I feel
get
like
hard.
the toaster oven's going to make them a little too crispy and dry it out.
I did.
Yeah.
I did burn my tongue already.
Yeah.
I think Eli's going to wait 18 minutes and then just grab that bucket and just
The way like Popeye used to eat his spinach. Yeah.
Squeeze it.
Just
Exactly.
I wish a motherfucker would. Please
That would be
do
great.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be soul crushing to Brendan if he just sat there for 15 minutes and then went goo.
Yeah. A
You're
sandwich.
absolutely right.
Sandwich of 5.
Last second.
Yeah, you're just over there eating chips, waiting, and then wham.
He's got salsa.
Right.
He's like making guacamole. He's
Yeah.
just waiting.
Oh, you think you won, Brendan?
This next group is going to be telling.
Yes.
This is going to be a different ball game. So we get through these, then hopefully we can shift over to a deli.
Uh-oh.
Really,
Are we
really,
doing one at a minute, or are we just doing 20 minutes again?
I'm just going to go 20 minutes for sake because the last one, that's going to be brutal. If we can get through this 20, the next 20 are going to be impossible. All
All
right.
right.
Are you guys coming up with different strategies through this second round?
No.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right, round 2. We are moving on into the 20s and 30s, folks. I personally, Stu, what do you think? What do you think their max is going to be? They've each bought 60.
Well, so I got a feeling that I got a feeling Ely's going to run out of nuggets. I think Brendan's
going to crush all 40. And what number do you think Brendan's going to get to?
Well, I think they both get through this round. I think it's going to be the final 20 minutes that's going to separate Ely from Brendan. Because I got a feeling Brendan may have drank a beer or two here, maybe had something else in his belly, the X factor.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I personally think no one's going to get to 60, but I do think that last 10, that 50 to 60 is going to be the end all be all right there. I think both of them will get to 40, but this all came about because Ely posed a question just to all of us: how many nuggets do you think you can eat? And Brendan, without missing a beat,
That's all I said.
5 more than you. 5 more than you.
You see, that's not – I'm just conditioned to I'm like Michael Jordan, man. I'm just competing. It's not like – as Michael said last night, look, my kids are still eating. My family's still – I don't have a problem. I'm
I haven't
competitive.
seen any of that special yet.
So
pretty
Michael
good.
Jordan says, how many shots can you make? Brendan just goes 5 more than you.
Yes.
I got just listening to the podcast. I got my back up saying like 5 more than me. Like, you know, I was ready to go.
I mean,
That's
So
the
Brendan,
problem.
like he's conditioned. So I'm sure Ely and
I've
Stu were
been
like,
conditioned for so long just to talk smack. What, this round,
Yeah.
these are undercooked. Like,
uh-oh.
one half is crispy, the other half is soggy. Like, I'm a
is it nice
little.
and bloody? That's always good. Nice bloody
I
nugget.
feel like Ely talks regularly on the podcast about his inner fat kid and how he likes to eat. And he obviously brought the question up because I think in his before he was prompted, he was going to give you a large number, and Brendan, without missing a beat, was like, "I'm going to beat you at it." And I just like, to me, like the chugging beer challenge was a great example. You two were going at it. Well, I used to chug beer, but obviously I couldn't hang with you guys. So
For the record, I've never beaten Ely in chugging beer in 20-some years. Like, never. The guy, but I'm such a prick that literally every time he brings it up, I'm like, Psh, tonight's the night. I'm going to do this. And I always lose.
What's disappointing for me is I was always the best in my fraternity house, or one of the best. And Brendan and I are fully known that we're alcoholics. And Ely drinks beer like once. I mean, he doesn't even, to say he drinks beer isn't even
a beer,
true.
2
Like,
beers a week.
yeah. I mean, it's so insane to me that he could just
It's a lot of meth and heroin.
literally out chug a beer than me. Like, that's my thing, and he crushes me at it.
That's just how he rolls. Know what he sucks at, though?
Used to be my thing.
Nugget eating.
Oh, what numbers are we at, boys? Do we have a
Even
number?
if I lose, I don't suck at nugget eating.
Do y'all know
I've
what
had-
number you're on?
I've had 34.
You've already had 14.
Yeah, I've got 6 left on this plate.
Oh my god!
You got
I
15
got
minutes
2
man.
left after this.
Take
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
brutal, though. I got to be honest. I am starting to feel
You
a
you
little
still got
something. Little something.
He's getting
in there.
sick.
That's not good.
He's booting tonight.
Who's gonna boot?
No, I'm
Ely
fine.
doesn't look. Ely's not showing any signs of distress yet.
Neither am I.
You just said it. You weren't showing it, but you said it.
I'm literally sweating.
Oh,
Oh, Ely threw
40.
his arms up.
there you go. That's 4 minutes.
He just ate 20 nuggets in 4 minutes.
I got a 15.5 minute timer remaining. I think.
Whoa!
Boom.
My hands are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
I'm so off because I think Ely's easily going to
Yeah.
get to 60.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he'd already have 60 if he didn't have this silly time frame.
Yes.
Let me make sure I got 20 left.
Yeah, make
oh,
sure.
please,
Okay.
please
Count 'em
let
out.
there be.
Okay, then. So
Slowly.
I guess we're going to have to go to a time. Like the last 20 will be who does it first, right? I mean,
No. That's not what this is
I got
about.
20 left on the nose.
Yeah.
that's going to be the only way because unless somebody can run out and get you another 20 more, you may go get you 20 more, Brendan.
No, I'm good.
Look, I'm already on DoorDash right now. I'm sending you all
Exactly.
40 more nuggets.
That's right. We don't even have to go get it. We can just send it to your house.
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
Ely looks 100% normal right
Yes, he's fine.
I
He's
feel
not.
a little bit more full for sure.
Sure, right. It makes sense.
Well, you've
I
had
think I
40
got some.
nuggets.
Oh, you know what it was? The sriracha. I've been using regular sriracha, and that's burning my mouth up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't drink too much water.
no, I just put my mind with Ely because just knowing how
Oh,
we had to eat in the military, you got to put a lot of food down in a
Yeah,
short amount
fast.
of time.
That's the whole.
You just got to go.
That's true.
boom.
I'm cursed
It's like-
with eating fast to this
Yeah.
day. I eat
Me too.
Fast as fuck,
Have you ever eaten with a firefighter? Because those dudes eat fast.
dude. It's like my curse. It's how I eat everything, and it's I
Yeah.
don't know
That's good for when you're trying to count calories.
exactly. Super.
Yeah.
It's wonderful for losing weight.
You
Yeah.
eat so fast you don't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're just like, where'd that bag of chips go? Damn it.
Yeah,
I was seriously like tapping my foot, waiting for this show to start because I don't want to eat one every minute. I want to shovel them in my face, like a full-on fat kid.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Ailey probably did this too, but I mean, I remember you get a whole meal in 3 minutes. By the time you sit down and the time you got to get up, you're
well. I've mentioned this before on the show, but the problem was if you were one of the leaders, I was one of the leaders. You ate last.
Yeah.
And then they would make you, some shithead, is giggling or talking to somebody and they make everybody get up and you haven't but had like one bite of your potatoes and they're like, throw it away, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Old fucking sticky nuts over here wants to talk during lunch. Good to go.
So I guess in the military there is no banter, no chitter chatting at mealtime.
Not in Marine Corps boot camp, dude. You do that shit, you get fucking.
Yeah, we didn't have it either.
Yeah. But then you got people in line like for the trash can, like trying to sneak food in their mouth and then fuck around and get caught sneaking food in your mouth at the end. It's even worse.
Yeah.
So Private Pile with his jelly donut, that was a major infraction, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Did you ever see anyone in boot camp take anything back to their foot locker like that?
No, but I did have, the company commander, one of the officers, used to like fucking with me. He put a Three Musketeers in my backpack. And then, they all find it and they're like, this motherfucker's got Three Musketeers. Bitch, I didn't do that shit.
That is dirty.
So they wear me out. They think it's funny as fuck. You know what I mean?
It'd be great if you swapped it out with like a, Snickers bar. They're like,
they didn't let me have any of it either.
Snickers bar, man.
Like, give me that goddamn bar back.
Yep.
Oh, so you just got the punishment, none of the reward.
No, yeah, exactly. After they laugh at me and wear my ass out, then he takes it back.
Stu, how many calories have I ingested roughly? Do you have any idea?
So believe it or not, a 10-count nugget for Wendy's is 420 calories. So you're at 860.
Well, I've had 40 nuggets at this point.
Yeah, so you're 840 calories.
Yeah, your Radford math isn't.
That was way off, dude.
So we're at 1,600 something.
Yeah, 1,600. Oh,
yeah, 10. I was thinking per session.
That's doable, man.
Yeah.
That's like
one. I'm halfway through a Chipotle bowl right now.
Or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think we could do 80.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel confident now that I just got that last 20 down and the sweats are starting to subside a little. I'm starting to feel good. I think I got this.
I always assumed this was a two-parter. It was 60 on this set podcast and then there'd be another 60.
Exactly. Yeah.
Back to back.
I want to be here for the first half. That's
so this is the best deal in food.
We do Krispy Kreme donuts next.
It literally cost under $20 to get all these nuggets.
I have to say I'm impressed with both of you. Y'all are both looking and sounding better than – I don't think I could eat 40 nuggets, honestly.
You know what?
So we ate that 20 in 5 minutes, you said?
Just about, yeah, because I'm at the 10-minute mark now.
Well, we got a little time to kill. Let's have a deli.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
And just so you know, I was going to tell you real quick, I was doing research for these nuggets. It says the average person can put about a gallon of food in their stomach, which equates to about 114 nuggets if you were to do it.
A gallon? Okay.
Yeah, so about 114 to fill your belly up.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at this, I think we're topping that. We're eating all 60.
Yeah.
There's no
way. Would you say, Ely?
We're eating all 60. I don't see how that we get around that.
Well, you should have done more.
We're going to eat all 60. I don't see how we don't eat all 60.
So how are we going to decide the 60?
We're going to run it back another day.
No, it's going to be timed.
We each go out and run 2 miles.
Oh, you've already won. Right? There is no competitive edge in me that wants to run. You've got it. It's yours. You're the champ.
Let me go get my deli really quick.
Yes, do that. And then while he's gone, I'm gonna dump these nuggets in the trash, man. This is fucking crazy.
I'm disappointed that you guys are taking this so well. I really was hoping for a little more pain.
You gotta believe the last 20's what's gonna start to separate. Both of us knew 40 nuggets was a done deal. Like we were like, that's the line we want to get to. Like, let's just get to 40. But then we talked earlier today, and we were both like, it's that 40 to 60. That's where we're gonna separate the men from the boys.
It is weird because 40 sounds really doable, and 60 sounds like impossible.
Ridiculous.
I think it would be impossible if you guys did tackle it on the power hour, where you forced yourself every minute. I think this 15-minute break lets you.
Turns out it's even easier though. Like I think the power hour would be almost easier.
I don't know.
Little
breaks, let your stomach settle, digest a little bit.
Whoa. This was your choice, right, Troy?
Yeah, this is the one that we are having this week's deli is the High Noon Sun Sips. It's a vodka and soda. This is pineapple made with real juice. It's 4.5% alcohol by volume. It's 100 calories for the can. This is kind of like it's 3.1 grams of sugar. It's kind of like I guess it's their knockoff of whatever it's called, the Pures and all that stuff.
If you're watching carbs, it has 4.86 carbs, so it is a little heavier in the carb count. But at 100 calories, it's.
I think you. Who had this before that I tried? Was it you, Brendan?
I know my wife has purchased these in the past.
I think it might have been Nagel, actually.
So our boy Dave Portnoy over at Barstool Sports. As of today, he's the official spokesperson of High Noon vodka stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw him do one today, do something on Facebook. I was like, look at this.
I don't think Portnoy's a spokesperson. He must be part owner.
He said that I don't know how much to believe. He said he reached out to them, said he wanted to be a spokesperson for this because he liked it so much. He drank one at the office one day, and they were like, sure, go for it, which is probably a good idea considering it's a pretty feminine-looking product.
Yeah.
And it's like, so like if you can get a guy like, Barstool Sports president on board, you're going to bring in a lot of guys. You already are set up to bring in the female market. It's probably a pretty smart move.
It's not bad.
Are we still discussing this?
Yeah, we're talking about this.
I have had this at the pub. We've had a few of the flavors, and I guess I don't know if I'm contradicting your point, but my bartender was like, "Hey," her name's Paula, and she's like, "Hey, that High Noon stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, right. The whatever. Like, we just got it as a just to try it out." And she's like, "No, can you get it? Because there's a bunch of there were military guys that would come in randomly on Thursday, Friday, and they would crush it. They went through a case." And so I'm like, well, yeah, if they're gonna they're buying it. I'll bring it in.
You're selling it.
Yeah, dudes went for this stuff for sure.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's the vodka soda, but my stomach just feels like a brick just dropped in it. It just happened. All of a sudden, everything went boom.
Boom.
Stu, what's our timer looking like?
We are looking at a good 5 minutes.
Perfect. Stu, why don't you go ahead?
Upper intestine to the lower intestine.
Stu, why don't you get us started on this deli?
Actually, I'm going to just tell you, I really like it. I'm a seltzer guy anyways, but this is going to be, I'd be curious to see some of the other flavors, but as far as the pineapple goes, and the fact that they're trying to be healthy with the no high fructose corn syrup or artificial flavors, they're using real juice instead of some of the other seltzers that use artificial flavors. I'm gonna give this a 4 right out the bat.
Is there any anti-foaming agent in this?
There better be.
Yeah, it's no. You drink too many of these, Brendan's gonna be foaming shortly with those nuggets. I got a feeling.
So this says made with real vodka, fruit juice, and sparkling water. The easy drinking, always socializing, great tasting, sun toasting, blue sky celebrating, memory making, awesomeness in a can cocktail. Get it out and enjoy.
I tell you what's interesting about this. It's sweeter than the seltzers. This is. I think so. Maybe not a truly, but the seltzers I like the Coronas, the White Claws, they tend to be a little.
Pineapple tends to be sweet.
I'm not getting that it's that sweet.
Yeah, I just had the new watermelon White Claw, and it's like drinking a fucking Jolly Rancher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I don't know.
Sweet.
I taste the sweetness
Brendan's in
this. I taste a sweetness in this that I think is a little above and beyond the others. But what I like about it is it's not some malt beverage. It's not beer. I mean, it's vodka. I kind of like that subtle difference. I think this thing's really good, man. And the pineapple, I think I'm with Stu. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go 4, but I'll give it a 3.5. I really like the pineapple flavor in it. I think this is good.
All right, Terrence, you go next.
I'm just curious of what the impact is on the flavor of our semen is going to be after this.
I did hear military guys liked it.
Yep. Not for you guys.
Wouldn't that be pineapple? It wouldn't be cherry or anything. Would it?
Yeah, the pineapple, right? Isn't that?
They say,
yeah.
They say if you eat a lot of pineapple or a lot of oranges, your semen will actually taste like that. Oh, hey, you know what? Before we go any further, this deli was sponsored.
What?
Oh,
that's right.
Of course, it took the semen joke to
bring out the sponsor.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to insure everything.
Yeah.
Perks his ears up like a dog.
No, we do need to give a shout out before I vomit from all the nuggets that are coming to Ryan Parker over at Tao Insurance. He has he's helped us out. He is sponsoring the delis right now. Over at Tao Insurance, you can get everything. You can get home insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, annuities, Roth IRAs, business, farm. Stu, that's for you. Boat insurance, classic car, that's probably for me. And umbrella insurance. They literally can do it all with the exception of life insurance. You should reach out to Ryan Parker. He's been a big supporter of the show for a long time. If you have any insurance needs, do reach out to him. His number, 804-855-4567, 804-855-4567. Ryan Parker over at Tao Insurance.
He said he could beat some pricing that I have right now, so I'm going to check him out.
Yeah, and let him know that
There you
let
go.
him know ITPH sent you, and his email address is Ryan, RYAN, at TOWEinsurance.com. Hit him up.
I could use some Nugget insurance right now. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It's getting
Sphincter insurance.
Oh, it's all starting to belt. This last 20. Troy, your dream's coming true. I'm going to be paying for it.
So we get a 4, 3.5. What's your score, Terrence?
These are fun. These are it's super tasty. Like you said, like over ice, like sitting whatever in the sun. This would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's it's not my thing, but it's not overly sweet, and I like this much better than all of the seltzer stuff.
Oh, wow.
I would put this ahead of all the Truly is and all the
White
the other ones, the White Claws and all that. Yeah, because this actually has alcohol. I don't know what the other stuff is. I just don't get it. At least I know where this is coming from and what it's trying to do. So I go with the 3.5 for sure.
All right. Well, I will go next. Are we close to the countdown here?
Yeah, we're almost there.
7.
Yeah, I got 7 seconds before I got it. This
4,
last 20 is going to go down
3.
slow.
Is there any advantage to time in this last 20 or no?
No.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
There you go.
So
20 minutes.
here's my take on this.
Oh,
This high noon pineapple, it tastes delicious, no doubt. Here I want to score it high, but here's why it's not going to get as high as it could be. 1, it's 4.5%. It's made with vodka. It's made with actual liquor. It should be higher than 4.5%. That's discouraging. 3.1 grams of sugar. That's a lot of carbs. Again, I'd rather I don't mind the White Claws if I'm trying to be, a little bit, more health conscious. They're higher alcohol by volume. So that's
Terrence.
But
Sorry, just real quick, Terrence. Is there a limit for what Troy's saying about the vodka content? I mean, for a spirit content,
like what it
can
legally be?
Yeah.
To be on this, the fact that it's illegal right now is weird to me in Virginia. I mean, I know that all the laws have gone out the window, but this stuff was out before that. So
No, but I'm just saying, can they go to 10% vodka in a can, for something like this?
I don't see how.
I don't see how not. I mean, if you're going to sell wine, it's 14%. So,
Ely, were you saying you wanted to time because you wanted to do 1 minute per nugget for the last 20?
Oh, I don't care. I'm cool with that.
Is that what you were saying? I just
I
realized.
mean, I haven't seen the time the whole time.
I think he was saying he wants to know who wins, if it's who finishes first or if we're doing 1 minute.
That's exactly right, Troy.
Oh no, I don't want any speed racer.
Well, if he beats you, he beats you.
I just didn't
That's a
know
tiebreaker.
if just dragging it out, like doing the 1 minute at a time, would make it like better for the show because we wouldn't be done right away. It would take more time. You'd feel each one. Is I thought maybe what you.
I will tell you, I'm full on forcing these.
Oh,
I wasn't forcing the first 40.
No, this feels gross all of a sudden. Like,
Okay, good.
I feel
So
like
we
I have a zit coming
we have
on.
hit the uncomfortable.
All right. So the final
Well,
lap
we're
is gonna be
2 minutes into it now.
So my score is going to be a 3.5, which like I said, I really enjoy it, but I'd rather just buy vodka and pineapple and make it myself as opposed to paying some exorbitant amount for that for 4.5%. Like if I made a vodka pineapple, it'd be a lot stiffer than that. So that's my score.
Okay. So we
now,
got
now we're down to Ely.
So you just want to add vodka to this.
Yeah, you can use that as a mixer. That'd probably be good, which I hear a lot of people do with the White Claws and such.
So what do we got here on score wise so far?
2 3.5s and a 4.
Don't ask Brendan.
I love this thing.
There you
3
go.
3.5s and a 4, I think.
4,
I mean,
3.5, 3.5.
I like it
What did Brendan give it?
better than almost
3.5.
anything.
Yes, we're all 3.5. Yeah, all right.
Except for Stu's a 4. And Ely loves it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I full on love it because to a lot of the things that, like Terrence said and others,
So you're not
Others
you're
got
not a
vodka.
beer guy, Ely. So what are you? Like, what do you prefer, if anything?
He's not a drinker.
Okay, well there you go.
I don't like IPAs. Like I hate that bitter IPA flavor. I'm more of like a Hefeweizen type of, dare I say, fruity type of person. That's the type of shit I like.
All right,
Or
I
light-
have
or
one
light
keg.
beer.
I have one keg of Hefeweizen still available at Penny Lane. Come down and just drink it.
Okay, I'll come get it.
Just bring a sleeping bag and
All
just
right.
hang out.
I'm
Nice.
in. Can we have nuggets?
All right, sorry, go ahead.
All right, down to you're up to 4 minutes now.
Oh, anyway, sorry. I really like
God.
it. I think like it's probably one of the best things I've ever. I mean, it's 4.5.
Yeah.
I'd
Nice.
say.
Yeah.
The other thing it's got going for it is that I just love pineapple. Like that flavor alone to me is just the fucking shit.
Yeah, the pineapple is
Yeah.
awesome on this.
Right.
It's got a good, like, you can tell it's a natural pineapple. It's
Right.
not
It
artificial.
doesn't feel like that fake
Yeah.
pizza pineapple.
Yeah.
It has notes. It has notes of chicken though that I don't understand. Oh,
Hey Troy, can you speak to the price point?
Sriracha? Notes of chicken and sriracha?
Can I give you a price point? No, I cannot, because Brendan and I bought all this together and it was kind of a shit show, but it was not cheap. Of course, we were at the Lucky Mart down the street.
So this is probably in that $10 for a 6
Yeah,
pack
it was a 4-pack. Was it a 4-pack, Brendan? Do you remember? I didn't end up with any extras.
I think they come in 4-packs.
I have.
I think it
eight,
was a
I have
4-pack.
8 nuggets left. If that's what you're asking, that's literally the only number I know.
Brendan's at 52. Ely, do we have a count?
He's done.
No, I have
No,
10
he's not
left.
done.
It's not honestly, man. It's crappy right now.
It's expensive. It was like, $11 for 4, 13, something like that. It wasn't cheap.
Okay.
I could barely dip.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like the dip is a whole. I don't know if I want it, but it's so dry. My mouth's giving up.
I haven't eaten one nugget without a dip.
Neither have I, but the dip amount is
I feel like
getting.
I need to try it.
Oh, you're gonna regret that.
Good call. I do.
Ely, did you ever give a score?
I have. Oh yeah, 4.5.
You get 4.5.
4.5.
So I think we're at 3.75.
So that's a deli
That's
winner.
a deli.
Sponsored by Tao Insurance. Ryan Parker. You get a deli winner.
Oh, they'll try to get over there. Oh.
Oh, Brendan's trying to waddle over to the bell to give it the deli ring. High noon. Pineapple vodka soda.
Should we ask people to stay tuned for the post-challenge interview with our 2 champions?
All I know is after these 60 nuggets, these two are gonna just hit a wall.
I literally couldn't even get to the bell.
I don't think I heard it ring.
It didn't. I forgot that I had tied the rope up around something, and there's all kinds of equipment back there so I can stream my gluttony. I'm bloated. I'm not feeling well. I didn't want to go stretch. It's over. The bell ringing, not the nuggets. The nuggets will go down. There's 5
They're
left.
both still eating, but I don't know how many are left. This is coming down to the wire, folks.
I have 5.
Brendan says he has 5 left.
Yeah, we're not quite halfway there. We got plenty of time.
Yeah.
It's not the time.
Got 13 minutes.
Why are we racing?
I'm not
No,
ready.
I don't know if he'll finish in time.
I just want it over. High noon sucks. I'm changing my vote. High noon is trash. It tastes like it leaves a filmy, greasy feeling in your mouth that I can't get rid of. It's somewhere in between honey.
60 was the perfect amount.
Dude, it's somewhere between honey and ranch and the fat film it leaves. How much fat is in this high noon? Because it's really starting to wear me thin.
He's overcompensating for that. I can eat 5 more than you comment.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get pissed off. It's not good. No one's having fun. But these chickens will not die in vain.
Yeah, I agree.
Not like the chickens that are dying now.
No.
They're all dying in vain.
Just put out the pasture.
Just gotta go.
Well, I can see. This is what I'm talking about.
Brendan is now doing push-ups.
You can physically see the discomfort on Brendan, and Ely's just like, "What are we doing next?"
I'm
Feels
more
like thinking about
animated.
another round of golf after this.
Ely's going to go sit in the hot tub and let it just soak in.
It'll just be grease farts all floating around in there.
Just in a hot tub.
Just
and
oozing
just
out.
cooks his innards at 104 degrees. I would not get in that hot tub
I
tonight.
got too many left.
I literally, 100%, if there was another 20 here, I'd vomit everywhere.
You would what?
I can get to 60. I cannot do 80.
You can't do 61?
I
Can
could.
we DoorDash him 5 nuggets?
One at a time.
Yeah. Can we call up?
Just one at a time.
Ely looks like he's doing better, but I don't know what their numbers are at.
It's more, yeah.
I'm very
Ding dong. Here's nugget 1.
All right.
Done.
All
Ely's
right.
done.
And you got 10 minutes to spare.
Ely is done.
He hasn't finished chewing yet.
Uno, last card.
Oh, Ely beat you by 1 nugget.
He didn't call Uno. I just fucking won.
Get your turn.
Brendan's like, draw 5.
I'm out.
I've got a feeling there's like 6 nuggets on Brendan's floor somewhere, though, that he
Nope.
hasn't.
Every
realized
nugget
yet.
that fell got eaten.
By Wrigley.
Stu, what time are we at?
We're at 9:55.
So
Left.
they literally
10
ate
minutes in.
60 nuggets in 15 minutes.
60. So was that 45 seconds a nugget?
I'll tell you, the last 10 were miserable.
Where's the math?
Really
The
bad.
last 10 were full on miserable.
That's not close at all.
Oh, my
Not
God.
25
Yeah,
seconds. His math is way off. He's not.
But
not
the
a math
60,
guy.
I thought the 60 would be fine. I was like, they're both going to get to 60 when you guys were discussing this.
What's 60?
And I'm impressed, gentlemen.
My math is pretty decent. 60 nuggets in 50 minutes.
That's 25 seconds a nugget.
No, I didn't say that.
He said 40.
Oh, I thought you said 25.
Terrence, you guys just sell chicken fingers at Penny Lane, correct? Not chicken nuggets.
Thank God.
The chickens don't have fingers.
So you need to put the ITPH challenge on your menu.
Oh.
It'd be like the triple D, but just but different, like, ITPH.
Yeah, just the
Like
ITPH
60K
challenge. They go, what's that?
something,
It's
or I don't know.
60
Be like Bam
chicken
versus
tenders.
Food?
Yeah, you put 60 tenders on there. Now, we'll tell everyone we just ate tenders. and you make someone do that, they get it for free. Otherwise, that's like a $60 platter.
So, boys, this is kind of anticlimactic because you both finished.
I know.
in well under time.
Let's go make some grilled cheeses.
Tell me how you feel.
Now they need to lick the cardboard that it came in.
Hey, Ely, for the record, good work. Good job.
Thanks.
No. There's
Drink
still
your sauces.
There's still sauces in the back. I was just getting ready to
how much
sauce.
Yeah.
Sriracha ranch for you. I need a pint of sriracha ranch for you.
Shoot the sauces.
And you're getting your honey mustard sweet and sour pint glass.
Dude, could you imagine if we just did ranch shots until somebody spewed?
Oh.
No.
That's good radio.
I will not do that.
I will say
Good.
I'm quite impressed. I did not think either of you would get there, especially as quickly as you did.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have done that.
I'm honestly shocked myself. We've been talking, and I talked to Brendan today about how 60 is just way too much. Like
It was far too many nuggets.
Yeah.
Well, I saved one last one just to.
Well, don't show it to them. They don't want to see
Oh.
it.
All right, Stu,
Stu,
send
run
to
it.
me.
Whoever puts their hand up first, you run it over their house right now.
Yeah.
They win.
I got some
the winner
dude,
right there.
I got some dinosaur nuggets in here. Don't fuck around.
Don't start.
No.
I don't eat dinosaur nuggets.
Oh.
That's where I draw the line, Healy.
All right.
Oh,
How about pizza rolls? Totino's?
Brendan did say, all right, Brendan.
Yep. You got to do 5 more
you
now.
said 5 more. Do you think you could still do 5 more than Ely?
yeah. But my problem's not till 5 more than Ely? No.
Yeah.
Ely's a worthy opponent.
So you would concede that you can't eat 5 more nuggets than Ely?
Absolutely. Well, I will not. No.
You will not concede, or you will not do it.
I will not
Never
concede. I will not concede. That is a crazy ask. No. If it comes down to it, I'll eat 5
All right. Well,
more.
luckily for you, we've been texting Queen, and she has now put 10 nuggets outside your door right now. She's going to knock here in 5 seconds.
No, she hasn't.
That's when you hit her with the "This is Sparta" kick.
Into the hole.
Brendan is the Black Knight in Monty Python's Holy Grail.
The night he says knee.
It's merely a flesh wound.
It's only a
Yeah.
flesh wound. It's only a flesh wound.
I'll
Yes.
bite your legs off.
Yeah, come back here, you coward.
Yeah.
I am sweaty though. Like I feel like actually it's a little different. You know when you go to like a Brazilian steakhouse, you get the meat sweats and you just eat so much, you have that bloated shitty feeling. This is different than that because of the breading and the grease. It's not as sweaty and it's a little more gross. I don't know how to
Oh, it's hella gross.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe
How long till you eat more nuggets?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, nuggets aren't on the radar. I don't even. You know what even sounds worse? How does a chicken wing sound to you right now?
Way better.
Oh yeah.
That grosses me out right now.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude, I could do a chicken wing contest.
it's making my stomach turn thinking about chicken wings.
So tomorrow, is it like salads and smoothies, or
I will not eat until dinner for sure.
Okay.
No, I'll eat lunch like normal, but it's I have a bad feeling. Oh, speaking of,
You're gonna work that bidet.
I have a bad feeling that this is going to be one of those things where like someone, like say a drug addict goes on a binge and then when they come off, they're immediately like, I need more drugs. I have a bad feeling I'm going to wake up tomorrow and be like, I want bad food. I don't think I'm going to go the salad route. I think my body will crave crap.
Maybe I'll just drop off a V8 at your house.
That sounds disgusting too. Oh, that sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible.
Everything sounds horrible. Oh, you
Ice
know
cream sounds good.
Of course, it's terrible, but
Boom.
it's good for you.
Should have gotten a Frosty.
I'm with
Dude,
you.
I
Ice
hadn't
cream
had it.
sounds good.
Oh,
Ice cream
Wendy's
does
Frosty.
sound good.
So I went through, I
Yes.
drove up to the Wendy's just to get some nuggets so I could just have, see how they were tasting. But I got the full meal with the Frosty, and I can't tell you, it's probably been at least a year or two since I had a Frosty. But I was telling them earlier, the best thing about the chicken nuggets was the Frosty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I think the last five nuggets, you should have been dipping into the Frosty and eating it that way.
And honestly, that was the main reason I was going to get it because for a few years now, I dipped my nuggets and my fries in Frosty. And
always did the fries.
I do too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who does?
Always.
Well, I've never done that. And that sounds
Always.
gross.
Oh, dude, it's
Oh, it's
amazing.
Oh yeah,
It's
French
so much.
fries and Frosties.
It's better than it should be. That's for sure.
Yep.
It
Like,
is really good.
The first time.
It's disgusting.
All right, you're 1 out of 5.
I agree.
You're the minority.
I'll try it. I'm definitely
I know it
the minority.
sounds gross, but it's fantastic.
Yeah, the salty with the savory is.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
the
you
salty with the sweet.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a healthy amount of salt already in a Frosty. I feel like I've got
somehow they've squeezed it in there.
Some anti-foaming agents, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I feel like there's so much salt in my body right now. Like my mouth is so dry. I had to go get another squeezy jib or Bud Light.
That Frosty machine's broken right now.
No.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah, I know, right?
Shit.
I am thoroughly impressed with you guys. I cannot believe y'all.
I'll tell you, man. After 40, I was feeling great.
I was
After
too.
50, I was ready to jump off a bridge.
That hit me at about 45, I would say. And I've developed, and this is weird because I've got like a pounding headache on the top of my head.
Oh, that's
I don't know what that is.
So 40 sounds like no problem at all. Like
40 is
Yeah,
absolutely.
40 is fine.
That's just lunch. That's easy.
You could do
That's
40 in
yeah.
halftime of a football game and still
Yeah,
enjoy
but-
the rest of the game.
After that is when your body's just shutting it down and saying, "Do not."
Like, what are you doing? All right, yeah.
I'm curious to see how you're going to feel in an hour from now.
Just fine. I'll be flipping through my phone on the shitter.
I feel I don't feel
So
great.
typical.
Ooh, I got an idea.
Uh-oh.
Is the bigger deuce wins?
You can stop recording that part, Brendan.
I got a bad feeling. I know I'm not even gonna go down this road. I go down this road all the time. I'm gonna take the high ground this time.
Okay.
Till I send you that picture of my shit tomorrow.
That's right.
I
How many times have you had one that you had to stand up for it to pinch off?
Only a couple. Only a couple.
Me too.
I
But
tend to
those
be.
those things are memorable.
Oh, they're the best.
Yeah.
You feel like you it's like I just gave birth. You're like, oh,
Yeah. This thing's not breaking off.
Oh, you're talking about the Loch Ness Monster where it's coming up out?
Yeah. Like the viper.
the wee turtle head.
Exactly.
If that's what giving birth felt like, I'd be a fucking surrogate.
Oh.
Every 9 months, I just get to have one of those perfectly tapered turds. It sounds great.
I
went
do
back
think there
and
are a lot of
listened
people that are like, "Oh, I can't do that. I'll be on the shitter." And I'm like, I'm over here like, I don't mind shitting. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
No.
I'm really productive.
I did
Yeah.
go back
I mean,
after
I catch
last
up
week.
on all kinds of social media and the news, and feel a lot lighter when I'm done.
Okay.
Speaking of taking the heads off,
Beautiful,
what?
Stu. I know where this
did you guys see
Is this a
about these?
transition?
This
Yeah,
is
did you guys
Oh,
see about
nice.
the?
Okay, good. I'm glad to be here for this. This is great. Go ahead. Go.
You're
I'm
witnessing.
excited.
Did you guys hear about the murder hornets that are invading the U.S.?
I have not, so I hear everyone talking about them. So please clue me in.
They're an Asian species of hornets that are almost like 2 inches long, and
It's the Asian giant hornet, right? Isn't that the
Yeah.
official name? But
Or the tiny stew penis. Either one. Go ahead.
So I feel like why
Who
do I
let
feel
this
like
guy on?
there's a Chinese what's the dude like from Austin Powers, the bad guy?
Yeah, Mr. Dr. Evil.
Yeah,
Fat
there's a Chinese
bastard,
Dr. Evil that like released
Goldfinger.
Corona, and they're like, these dudes aren't phased by Corona, and now he's releasing. He pulled a giant lever, and the
Murder
the
Hornets.
Murder Hornets got released.
the second round.
Yeah,
Well, they tried to release aliens and no one blinked. Everyone was like, yeah, all right,
yeah,
whatever.
what was that all about, man? No one
cared.
cared. Shit.
No one
Yeah.
cared. Like no one even stopped to beat.
Yeah,
Aliens.
everyone's
great.
like, "Oh, we figured that shit was real a long time ago." The government just caught up.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's-
this thing.
Release the JFK stuff. If Trump wants to distract the country, release the JFK stuff. Then that's what we got to do next.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure I killed one of those things in my house already.
Really?
Well, they
No.
say they say it's only in Washington
Was
State
it speaking
right now.
Chinese?
No, I've killed a big ass hornet in my house a couple months ago.
Is your wife pregnant? Because that's the first thing they do.
Yeah.
They come in the house, they knock up your wife, and then it's like, you son of a bitch, you chase that thing around.
Is that because your wife convinced you that it was a hornet that did it?
I'm just trying to figure out how she got pregnant, man. That's all.
Right. That's what I'm
Had to be
saying.
the Hornet. Because
Yeah.
she's not going to cheat on you.
It must have been one of those murder hornets.
Exactly. Haven't you read the articles?
Honey,
Well,
I still find
the
you
reason
attractive. Go have
the reason
60
they call
nuggets.
The reason they call them murder hornets is because every single insect, whether it's bee, beetle, whatnot, they completely take the head off first. They decapitate every single insect they go after. And
Yeah.
it's like they interviewed some guy's entire bee population on his bee farm got wiped out in less than like
Yeah, that's
6
their
hours.
that's their
They
MO.
should be the Dahmer beetles then, or the Dahmer hornets.
They have big old mandibles, like big giant mandibles, and they bite the head off of the other bees, and then they fly the thorax back and feed it to their young. It's a pretty
let's see.
badass
like
hornet.
a boss.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of badass. It's 2 inches long, and it's got
There
this
you go.
big old stinger that's been described like taking a hot metal poker and sticking it into your skin.
That's what this
Well,
guy looks like.
Sounds fun.
I mean, that's a guy's hand.
Yeah,
I
look
have
at that
seen
thing.
those things around and been like,
Whoa.
I remember seeing them and being like, what the fuck? kind of
Yeah, but
bee is
you
that?
ain't seen a murder hornet. They're only in Washington State right now.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen something that big.
Oh
It
yeah,
might be a
there's some
different
there's some
species.
big ones, but you get those big like carpenter bees. You know, those are like those big ones, and they actually can't even sting you. So like they just fly around and look badass.
Nah, not the black ones that are just a little bit big. I'm talking a 2-inch long bee like that. I've
But it
seen
looks
them
more
before.
like a bumblebee than a hornet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those are those carpenter things. They're
Yeah.
actually harmless. No, they look massive though. They get big as shit, like your thumb
Yeah.
sometimes.
This thing says they kill an average 50 people a year in Japan.
Shut it down. Shut it
down.
down. That's
We
it.
gotta
No more zoos.
We're never
Yes.
opening Penny
Stay
Lane.
inside.
Penny Lane's closed for the next 4
it.
years. There's murder hornets on the West Coast. And
Everyone has to wear bee masks.
They can
Yeah, let's
literally
get
There's
pierce.
there's like honey harvester
Let's
masks.
get in on the beekeeper suits.
There
They're
you go.
selling those things.
They pierce beekeeper suits with their stingers. That's how powerful
You're
it is.
kidding me.
Of course.
No,
Yeah,
they
no,
pierce
they
them.
said that.
They made these things somewhere then.
So take a look at this.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Wuhan.
Ely said, some overlord in
Yeah.
Asia.
They're cross pollinating all kinds of things.
Now-
So here, in the middle is the murder hornet, and then there's your other.
Thing's huge.
That's good podcast, Stu.
That thing, will,
We're recording. Everybody's going to see it.
that thing will steal your wallet.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I broke into Troy's house so I could actually see what Stu is always talking about.
Yeah.
Instead of
It helps.
just listening to it and just missing
So
it.
the hype of this stupid thing is the same thing. Remember, we got those Africanized bees, and then of course, what did we do when they came to America? Killer bees. And next thing you know, there's killer bee movies and all this crazy shit. This is the same thing that's going to happen with the murder hornet, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's a great name. Murder Hornet?
Murder
I mean,
Hornet.
it's fantastic.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
literally not even the name. It's just a Asian giant hornet. Like it doesn't
It
even
does
have a cool name.
decapitate
Is there
all
a
the other
certain
insects.
group of them
so
that
it's-
wear blue and a certain group that wear red.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We need to find another group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look out! That murder hornet's got a teardrop. on
Only
its
they can
face.
say murder hornet, by the way.
Only they can.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say that word.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's hilarious. Who you calling murder hornet?
gangster.
You're just a fucking bee.
There you go. What are these things right here, Brent? I mean, Terrence.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, the live birds.
There you go. How
Hey,
big are
let's
those
discuss
guys?
more things that are visual medium.
Yeah,
I
look
love
at
it.
Stu. Stu's putting up fucking Rorschach tests and asking people what they see. Like, what do you see in this? Oh, you've been repressed. Like, what the fuck?
This is going to go out with a podcast. Everybody will get a chance to see you eat and get discomfort.
Brandon, would you eat ice cream right now if it was right in front of you?
A small bit of ice cream, just as an aperitif.
Yes. Ooh. What's a good digestif right now then? What's the best one you can think of?
Pepto.
Yeah. I'm a limoncello guy.
All right.
I like a little limoncello. Not today though. Honestly, I feel horrible. Like I don't
I
feel.
feel like you need some bitters. You need some bitters and some, something like that to really settle the stomach that you got going.
I think.
I
I
could
think if
eat
we keep
more of
this
something
podcast
else.
going long enough, Brendan will lose it.
Yeah, I think Brendan's gonna puke it or something.
No, it's fine. I'm drinking Bud Light. The best.
I'm impressed.
Look
Y'all
how good
I
I'm
gotta
going.
exercise tomorrow. Something fierce. Whew. How long does it take to wear off 60 nuggets?
I don't know.
2
You guys,
days?
are you going on a run tomorrow?
Yes, I will be running several miles tomorrow.
I heard
Fair
it was
enough. That's what, you seem like you're like going to exercise this out of you. You
Yeah.
plan this in advance. What did you plan?
I
What
didn't
did you
plan
plan
anything.
for your Monday routine?
Oh, you mean like what did I plan prior to eating this, or
Right.
for
When
my,
you
for my
knew you were
workout
going to do
tomorrow?
this to yourself today, what did you say? All right, this is what I have to do on Monday.
Oh,
Or
nothing.
on
I
Tuesday,
went
or whatever
golfing.
day it is. What day is it? I have no idea.
I was so concerned that I almost took tomorrow off of work. But I'm going to push through because I now have a 9 a.m. meeting.
But I feel like Ely's like, no, I'm going to do 2.5 miles, and you're going to have like a routine or something.
I do have a routine, but it has nothing to do with this. It's just
Okay.
my typical
It's just going
routine.
to be the same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And you
This
nailed
is
it.
just
2.5
dinner.
2.5 miles. Yes, this was my dinner. 2.5
Okay.
miles in like an hour of weights, basically.
Oh, Ely's getting to that next level of weightlifting because I saw an Instagram post of him flexing with a selfie. It said something.
I saw that too.
So Ely you've gotten to that
Unshowed.
level where you're like, I'm gonna do this. We call that the day.
Yeah.
And you know
And
what
it's
the
funny
day,
you mentioned that because guess who messaged me? after
Day
I posted
immediately,
that?
right?
Yeah.
yeah, we got a buddy. He's this.
How much you benching, man?
Yeah, he's this. This is gonna piss him off. He'll feel a ripple in the universe. There's this little Korean guy we know. The word "little" just pissed him off to no end.
Right.
So this dude has been the most shredded guy I know for the longest time. Like he's just been a stud. And
Brendan just got an order of Murder Hornets sent his way.
For sure.
why is this box buzzing? But Day
Shake
is
before
like
opening.
Day is like this dude is just ripped. I mean, in his 40s and still just the baddest dude you've ever seen. And he's always like, we'll be on a group text chain, and all of a sudden you get like this topless picture of him, and it's like, why are you sending us this? Like, shut up, bitch, y'all need to work out. And like he will let you have it
Oh, yeah.
all the time. He has no shame. Like he's not scared to just start
I look really
sending-
good driving my Jeep, man. I look really good driving my Jeep.
Yeah. He just sends you nudies, but
Oh,
they're not.
no.
They're not full nudes. Just a lot of nipple though. A lot of
I
nipple.
heard that somebody told me that he could have had the world record for his weight for like shoulder press, but he didn't want to gain 5 pounds or something.
because he liked the way he looked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Like the guy is legit. But Ely, you got all this workout gear now. Like you're going at it. Like you're becoming weightlifter guy.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's tough though because I'm trying to cut weight, but like
That's why
If
we
you've
stopped
ever
at
gone
60.
into
Would eat 60 nuggets.
Yeah,
ever-
exactly.
I'll eat you. I'll burn to that. If you ever gone
puking right
to the
after.
gym and told yourself that like you're going to cut weight and not lift heavy, it's hard to do that. Like your ego makes you want to put more weight on to the bar. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through that opposite though because I'm
Yeah, because you have a Bowflex.
I'm
and you
literally
have
on a
weight.
Bowflex, so I've lost a ton of strength.
Do you watch Melrose Place when you're on that Bowflex?
I'm a Dawson's Creek guy. Shut your mouth.
Okay, fair enough.
Always have been. See,
You
some know
watch
that's true.
Whatever his boyfriend turns on for him.
Yeah.
Mm.
It doesn't
That
bother me.
Korean guy?
Yeah, it's a
It's a
Korean.
Korean guy.
This
So you
might
think
be
it
the
need-
highest score I've ever given a beverage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you're
enjoying
in.
it. No, well, now you can kick back and relax.
I can't.
Yeah.
I feel horrible. Like it's getting worse.
So
I'm not
I was just
me.
gonna
I'm like almost back to normal. I could eat something that was a different flavor.
I was going to ask you. That's what I was curious. Is it just because it's the same thing over and over again? Because it's really not that many calories in comparison to what you may eat in a full day if you're like working out.
Yeah, well, like 10 minutes ago, it was just anything. Like I wanted it to be over more than anything. But now that I've been sitting here, I'm like, ooh, something sweet would be delicious.
I can't. I don't know if I could beat this guy. I'm honestly like, I hope I don't puke. Like, I don't feel
I'm
great.
definitely not there.
Yeah, Ely's not gonna puke. Brendan will.
It's the Bud Lights.
That's what's doing it, honestly.
That's what it is.
Blame it. Yep.
Not mixing it.
Nuggets.
Oh.
Nope, definitely not.
The sriracha, it didn't do me any favors either because it's super spicy.
Yeah.
So it started making me sweat and lighting me up. I was like, jeez. Under my neck started sweating.
The sweats are a bad sign.
Brendan sounds like me when I was hanging with like my brother-in-law, just drinking, bourbon all night, Manhattans all night, and then we got like a steak sandwich. Just on the way home, and I go home and just lose it and just puke. And of course, I grab like the mesh trash can.
Yeah,
Nice.
The only one by my bed for some
That's
reason.
awesome.
I was like, oh. And my wife's
you wanted to strain it. You needed to properly strain
well,
it.
then fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
like so.
I got all
my
the
girlfriend,
chunks right here.
And she's like, "Oh my god, what did you drink?" I'm like, "No, it's not what I drank. It's this steak sandwich I had. It's
Every time.
It's a steak sandwich."
I do that every time. Like I throw out, my wife's like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I ate something bad." She's like, "You can't stand." And I'm like, "I know, it was really bad sandwich."
Right.
Wasn't the 40 drinks I had.
Nope. No way.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
Tonight,
sense.
she'll be right though. I'll be right when I go in there and puke.
It was the nuggets. I'm pretty sure of it.
If
It was the what was it? The greasy pork sandwich thrown in
Oh,
a dirty
shut
ashtray.
Oh,
Chat.
in an ashtray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an ashtray.
It does feel bad.
Yeah,
Think about one of those
it's
nuggets
just sitting in
dipped
there.
around an ashtray.
It's just sitting in there stewing, probably calcifying.
It's not good. If I throw
guys-
how long do I have to go without throwing up before it's
I mean, I just recommend you guys just stand up and like walk around your
Jumping
room or
jacks?
something like that. Like,
I'm
just
literally
move.
standing.
Brendan's been saying all
Yeah,
the
that's the
time.
difference. I think Ely's better because he was just sitting down.
Yeah,
Pacing.
he's just chilling. Like, he got the recliner. I'm good.
Yeah,
Brendan's like, he's doing squats, push-ups.
calisthenics.
around.
When's your next bout with Wendy's Nuggets?
Oh, that would be a while for him. I
I
bet.
think I'm good. I want to see if you guys can get to 60, and then we'll see.
See, the
if
thing
this
is, I
on.
kind of this is kind of akin to back when I did drink heavily, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. And the next day, I'm
Yeah.
dialed right back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now that I'm older and a fat kid, I feel like tomorrow, like someone said,
You could dial it back up and just start over again.
like I'm not going to seek them out. You know what I
Right.
mean? But if
But if
Jacob
there was like a
leaves
ball
two
game,
in the box, they might get finished.
Hey, Ely, Jacob
There's
just got
somehow
invited
actually
to
a
a
ball game.
Wendy's Nugget party.
Yeah,
Oh,
You got to take him.
exactly. I'm going to stand outside.
Yeah, that would be the worst. Got to host a Nugget party for you.
yeah, it's taking a turn. Like my stomach is not doing well all of a sudden. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's
It's
like
struggling, dude.
something's happened. Like I'm not.
That's no bueno. It would be great pot if you threw up, though.
Yeah.
You know that point, like if you've been drinking too much and you're like, I really should vomit.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I am, and everything in my mouth tastes like grease and bread. I'm
Yep.
just like,
And
body
think, I
wants to
mean, you
reject
could
everything.
purge. You would have less calories. I mean, I feel like it's win-win for you.
that's what Bonnie would do. Was that her
Yeah.
name?
well, it's officially a tie, so guys, go for it.
Go let her rip.
As soon as I vomit, you guys will all be like, Ely wins! Ely wins! I know.
Why would we do anything like that?
Yeah. I'm
I
done.
already say Ely wins. I think Ely won. He finished before you. I think you won.
That was never part of the rules, Squeezy Jibs.
5 more.
Yeah, you said five
Five
more.
more.
Then
I
you
ran
forget.
out of nuggets. There's a fucking shortage, Troy.
That's a your
Yeah,
problem.
they're
That's a you
they're
problem.
kill the murder hornets are murdering the chickens.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ripping the chicken heads off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
They're just
Wuhan
running
hornets.
around with no heads. Oh,
Birds' heads are falling off.
That's right. Harry, I took care of it.
Only the essentials.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You
Brendan.
had a second
I'm
set of
back.
gloves this whole time?
No.
Yeah,
Brendan-
it's the
Brendan
Rockies.
just has his head on the bar.
I'm fine.
If he passes out, does this podcast last for like 7.5 more hours?
Yeah, because when he dies, it'll keep recording.
Okay. So
Until the battery runs out.
no one's going to call anyone.
So, if he passes out, we'll just start sending the link out and invite people to watch.
Yeah. I might go soak in the hot tub. I feel I heard something like heat helps destroy calcified chicken.
Oh,
He's just
I
boiling
keep
it.
yawning. Then I'm like, I'm shutting down.
It's onset diabetes.
Yeah.
Is your body calling it quits, Brendan?
No, I'm just not. I'm running at about a 6
Another
I
shot
can
on the
get it.
lower
100?
can't cure.
of 10.
Out of 100.
Actually,
Other
that
than
belch just helped. Oh,
Nice.
that felt. I can only imagine what puking would feel like.
A belch right now for you is a gamble. Be careful.
Oh, it's the other one that I've been holding. That's his gamble,
Shit.
and I'm not a
what-
gambling man.
Running right through you, huh?
Oh. So, Ely, you haven't watched any of this Michael Jordan thing, this Last Dance?
No. When is it? What is it on?
ESPN Sunday nights 9 to 11.
2 episodes every
Is it
Sunday.
streaming anywhere?
ESPN
On
app.
ESPN, yeah.
Yeah, ESPN.
I've caught up after the fact.
Is it worth it?
It's
Oh, dude, it's so good.
first 4
Really?
episodes are awesome.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty intense.
For our age group, it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
All
yeah.
right.
You remember all of it.
Because you
relive
remember,
it.
like, yeah, you forget. You're like, oh my god, yeah, I was there for all of this.
And
Right.
all right, so a couple weeks ago we talked about how I'm all in on the Michael Jordan conspiracy theory that he was booted from the league. I'm slurring from fucking chicken. Sorry.
The chicken drunk.
Yeah,
course.
I've never been chicken.
Yeah.
You know what my least favorite drunk is? A chicken drunk.
Chicken drunk or whatever. Wendy's
Nugget.
belligerent.
anti-foaming nugget drunk.
So
Yeah.
I've always been a believer of the conspiracy theory, and our buddy Mike Jackson actually sent Ely, you and I a podcast link that was all about the conspiracy theory with Jordan, and I listened to that, and it still didn't change my opinion. I was like, nope, that dude he got booted for gambling. I watched.
So I didn't listen to it. Was the podcast about how it wasn't tied to gambling?
That's the conclusion they came to,
Oh, okay.
but I listened to it and I was like, that's all bullshit.
So you don't listen to the experts?
I listen to the experts if they have something to say that I haven't heard. I didn't hear anything different than I'd already heard, and I'd already established that I believed that he was kicked out for the gambling. But last night, I was watching that thing, and now granted, they could have edited it in any number of ways, but watching how Michael was dealing with the harassment of everybody and hearing some of the comments he made during that season, like leading up to the end, where they were like, well, you're coming back next year. And he's like, I don't know. I might not. Like, flat out saying it, months before any of this other stuff was coming out. He was so sick and tired of being under the spotlight and being just picked on and dealt with by the media. And when you hear his last press conference when he left, like, he was railing on the media. So in the podcast, they showed all that. And he was railing on the media, like, screw you guys. Like, you guys didn't push me out, but I'm not going to miss this. And
Right.
watching it last
Like, is
night.
it all Jordan or is
No.
Now there's Pippen and Kukoc and Rodman.
Gotcha.
And they,
And then you've got the team before the hiatus, which
Right.
was, B.J. Armstrong and John Paxson and obviously Scotty and Horace Grant.
They
So it's
jump
like-
all over the place. It's really not Jordan centric. It's really Bull centric.
I mean, obviously it has to go around Jordan because he was the star, but
yeah.
it's the whole team. But last night, seeing that look in his eyes, I was like, you know what? I don't think he was kicked out for gambling. I think he was sick and tired of it and didn't want to deal with it anymore. So now I'm on the fence.
Wait, but no. You just said that you didn't believe the podcast and that you still thought it was gambling.
Because I didn't get to see Jordan start to wear thin. Last night in the footage, you can see in that season before he took the hiatus, he was done. Like there was just this look in his eyes, this exasperated, just fuck this, And it was really difficult season. I think I don't know. I just saw a lot that I hadn't seen, and I was like, okay, I could
not
see
to give away too much, but I thought one of the neat little excerpts they were showing was
just don't tell me if they won the '98 championship.
I
don't want to know.
Exactly. No, but that last season, the last time he played in the Garden, he actually wore the actual shoes from 1984, the first Air Jordans. He played in them for the whole game, his last game, and it killed his feet, bled and everything because the technology had gotten so good with shoes that when he went back, I was like, man.
Well, it probably doesn't also help that they were sitting in his closet for a decade.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. These things are petrified.
Yeah. They were like that last round of Nuggets. It's all fucked up. My head is killing me.
So, yeah, I'll check that out. I'm going to switch gears. Has anyone seen how the whole situation on Elon right now?
I just know there's a lot of backlash against him all of a sudden. What's up? I haven't.
No, he's just hard on the open the economy up, and he's just getting pummeled, and he's tweeting insane stuff. And
is he losing it? Because the guy's on the edge always anyway.
Oh yeah, he had a tweet a day yesterday that was he's selling all of his personal belongings.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if that's to make payroll or what.
Tell me there's there.
But he's, yeah.
Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I saw that he sent out a tweet that was our stock is way too high.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
It caused his stock to plummet.
Yeah.
This guy's a genius. He says that stock plummets, then he buys up more stock.
Yeah.
Right.
I know the guy's, he's pretty out there. I mean, he's always been on the edge, on the verge.
Yeah. But it's interesting to see how he's putting out tweets that are this has to stop. We need to open up. And people that are his followers are 75% of the comments are anti.
Yeah, I saw this Reddit thread the other day that was showing every time Elon says something how Reddit reacts. And it kept going up, little dips, up, and it's whoa, it dropped off a cliff. Every time he speaks now, the comments are just anti,
Oh yeah.
Dude, I had a friend share something on Facebook the other day. It was a pie chart, and it was amount of people in the United States and the tiny little sliver amount of people that have it, and then the amount of people that died you couldn't even see. It was such a tiny sliver. And her dad's a doctor, and she was basically just sharing it to say it's not all bad, let's keep it positive. That poor girl just got
roasted
eaten alive by the Karens on that. I mean, I felt so bad for her. It's crazy the amount of people are stay home forever. We're in this together. So many people do.
There's tons of them, man.
I mean,
tons.
Well, you remember when the Dixie Chicks came out and said something anti-George W. and they got absolutely destroyed. And then it was a year later, everyone was fuck W. It's sometimes it's all about timing. That girl should have saved her.
But what makes
Facebook
someone
posts.
What makes someone so pro lockdown forever? I find that weird. I don't understand that. Is it my gut is that it's either someone that has a government check, someone that is paid, has tons of money, and by government check I mean whether a teacher, city worker, but it just doesn't seem to jive with what.
I think you're reading into it. I think you're reading into it too much. You're giving them too much credit. I think that a lot of the people that are lock it down forever, they enjoy being able to tell people kind of what to do. They're the ones who look out their window and see their neighbors doing things and are like, fuck that, you shouldn't be doing that. You know, now they finally have a voice.
I disagree.
They can get people to
no
rally.
one no one feels that way when they can't pay bills.
Well, they're still okay. So they're still paying bills. Yes,
Yeah.
they still
That's my
have
point. Like, no one wants to rub it in your face. Like, no one's going to let their house get foreclosed just to rub it in your face.
Right.
So that's my point. Is they're not feeling the need.
Yeah, they're not
work.
paycheck to paycheck people. So, but you take the money out, and it's definitely a moral compass, in my opinion. Like,
Right.
I'm better than you, so you shouldn't be doing these things.
But on the flip, so the people that are like, we should open up at all costs.
They tend to be more blue collar.
Yeah, because they need to go to work.
Well,
Try to find a blue collar person who thinks we
then
should be locked down forever. It's hard to find them.
I haven't really seen them, honestly.
I go through the gamut like weekly. Like I'll just go through like the gamut of all those emotions, you know, weekly. Where one day, I mean, I was born in Jackson Heights, Queens, and my family is still there. Where there are, you know, refrigerator trucks with dead people in them, and they know
hit.
Everyone they know is impacted by this. Like someone like their tenant, their daughter, there's someone like he's either died or is sick or is dealing with all this COVID. Like,
yeah, everybody
we are
in New York
blessed to be in Virginia and not have to really deal with this. Like, you know, I mean, like we are so rural and so spread out.
Right, but that's where the one
ever going to deal with the stuff that they have to deal with in New York. But to dismiss it wholeheartedly, like,
I don't think
it's just not impacting anyone. It's like, no, that's fucking bullshit, because it is.
Yeah, I don't think you dismiss it. I think
on different levels. Like, so one day I just want to like fight everyone and say like, oh my God, fuck you. And then the next day I'm like, well, God damn it, I got a business and I can't open. I've been closed for 2 goddamn months. And clearly I went to Kroger and every shop was open and we're all fine. And it's like, we all know what we're doing. You wake up out of bed, you know what consequences you're going to deal with. You know, there's just like, I want to put a sign out front of Penny Lane, just says, hey, thanks for coming to Penny Lane. I know all the risks you took just to get here today. You woke up. You got out of bed. You took a shower. You could have died.
Drove a car
20 different times, like on the way here. Thanks for making it. Please have a beer and a fucking fish and chips and enjoy yourself. Like, you know,
I just think that's where the one
why
size.
Why can't someone do that? Like, and it just, but that's where.
Yeah, but the one size fits all.
I go through the gamut. Do you understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how you're manic about it. It's like one day you're one direction, the next minute you could be the other direction. It's interesting to hear.
When you catch me, almost.
But your entire family is literally, you know, dependent on a restaurant, which is one of the hardest hit industries in the country. So it's interesting to hear how you are still seeing both sides. You're not any one direction. It's true mania for you. It's ups and downs.
Well, that's why I was saying that I don't think there's two sides to it, definitely, like Terrence is saying, but the one size fits all policy that we're currently under does not work.
Well, the problem is
what works in New York City doesn't work in Chesterfield.
Well, we don't have a one size fits all. The states are doing their own thing, but they're kind of.
Well, they are, but everything started out with this one size, and they should have let it. I mean,
we literally knew nothing.
Yeah,
there's 1,000 different sides. Like, that's the problem. Like, there's so many different ways. Like, what goes on in New York is not what goes on in Virginia, which is not what goes on in Utah, which is not, you know, every place needs to look at differently. And to throw out a blanket statement of lock it down, shut it down, fuck it, like, it's not going to work everywhere.
It's interesting because my job is headquartered just outside of New York, and a lot of the people at my job work or live in New York. And so every day I have these conversations where I have to hear the New York point of view. And it's crazy. I mean, Terrence, to your point, they all know multiple people who've been sick. They all know someone who has died. I mean, my wife, you know, her cousin lost her husband there in New York. You know, it's like there it's a very different ballgame when you hear these stories. And you don't see people in New York protesting to get out. You just don't. Yeah. You know, they're dealing with a different level of stuff.
But to put, you know, Montana on New York rules seems kind of silly, right? And I don't think if you're in Montana, you're saying let's open it back up. I don't think it's fair to say they're dismissing everyone else's issues.
Yeah, but people in Montana don't see anybody anyway.
Yeah, and here's like the weird part. Like, so you feel like, all right, we're all going to be shut down. Like when it first started, you're all like, all right, well, let's shut down for 2 weeks, right? Let's reset. Let's see what the hell we're dealing with. This is crazy. First, it started way over there. It's never going to impact us. Holy shit, it's totally impacting us. And then, all right, now it's been a month. Well, it's been 6. Like, well, if we're sick, we're sick. Or if we got it, we got it. And then even my sister, who is in like Northern Virginia, and her husband, is, Navy SEAL, like, superhuman guy, but obviously got cancer and now is immune, or like now is, one of the at-risk people for sure. So they've been really strict on, who's coming in and who's going out. Finally, after now, we're like, hey, you know what? Let's let the girls, because they're like teenage girls, like, let's let them visit some friends. They haven't gone out. They haven't done anything. And one of their girlfriends and their mom both have it. Like, just found out like a couple of days ago.
And
it's like, how the hell did you just get it now? Like, it just, that part, like that terrifies me. It doesn't make any sense. Like,
well, then it makes you wonder, like, is the almost 2 months of quarantine, does it even matter at this point?
Right. Did one of the teenagers sneak out and do something that she shouldn't have done? Or like, or I don't know, but it's like, it seems like I don't know, like the whole thing is, it's just.
Well, they're starting to come out now and say that, 99% of the protective equipment that you wear isn't going to really matter.
Because
no one knows how to wear it
properly.
That too.
Right? No one does it right.
Have you guys been wearing masks if you go out to Lowe's or Home Depot?
I do.
You do?
I wear them at work sometimes, but not a lot.
I have never worn one.
I haven't either.
I haven't either, and it's like I actually made one out of a nectar bandana this past weekend. I put it on, and I was like, this isn't going to protect me of anything. Like, this is ridiculous. It's a false sense of security. There's gaping holes all over. I was like, I'm lying to myself. I'm not wearing this mask. And I just went out. I was like, I can't.
It's definitely a like not like even a placebo, but it's just like
it's like the argument of the border wall. It's not intended to stop it. It just slows it the fuck down.
It's
right. You're stopping immigration by putting up a wall.
It's a sneeze guard on a salad bar. I mean,
it cuts it down. It reduces the chances, but you still can be fucked.
But it's not 100%.
Yeah.
I just haven't. I also don't go.
Well, what I don't understand is. Oh, sorry, but what I don't understand is the people that say, "Oh, I heard JetBlue is gonna, put me." And as far as I'm concerned, if I get on a plane, I'm wearing a mask and like a, like maybe a full body condom or something like that. Like that, airplanes are terrifying, but but people that say, "Oh, if you're gonna make me wear a mask, I'm never coming to your establishment." Like, I just saw that Costco put up guards. I'm never going there again. That's ridiculous.
There's other people, though, who are like,
it's like, what? Like,
if
what?
You
like,
won't
why,
make me
why?
wear a mask, I won't go to that establishment. So that's going to cut both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that part doesn't make any sense. Like if people want to feel safe, then they can feel safe. And if businesses want to establish something, let them establish it. Like, it just, I don't know.
So where do you fall on that? Should a restaurant say, you want to come eat here, wear a mask and take it off when you eat?
You can't eat with a mask on. So
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a public. I'm just saying to Brendan's point, both sides are going to have, and there may be. I mean,
right, so if people want to wear masks, let them wear masks. If companies want to say you should wear a mask, let them wear a mask. And if you don't want to, then you don't have to. Like,
because I read these articles about
all comfortable, but it's like.
Yeah, I read these articles about restaurants. Some restaurants saying in future they're going to, space out their tables differently and do all of this. I'm like, well, that's going to cut down your business and intake. Sure. You can't. So
it's going to be a mess. If that, I mean, like some of the stuff
most restaurants, and I'm not a restaurant owner. This guy is, but restaurants don't operate like that. Like, no one has extra. No one can have their tables and survive. That's just not like.
Well, if Karen tells you, you will.
Well, yeah, Karen says that.
But my point, literally, like, we had this discussion, my wife and I today, we're like, all right, so the first Liverpool game, is there going to be some, Richmond PD like walking around making sure I don't have 10 people in this room or what, like, or whatever the restriction is at that point? Maybe it's up to 50 at that. I like, I know there's an easing of everything, but who's going to be enforcing any of this stuff?
My point is that all of these questions that we're asking aren't worth the risk to me.
What do you mean?
Right. I got you.
In other words, the devastation that this is doing isn't worth the conversations that we're having.
Right.
I'm with you.
That's my personal opinion.
But unless you knew somebody in your whole family got sick.
No.
Right?
False. That would not, no.
And
I've had this conversation with my wife many times because she's asked me.
No, that's
if
interesting.
I got it, would your opinion change? And I think
I'm not saying you got it.
I can see how your opinion would change, but I don't think that it should change.
Well, if you truly believe it in your heart, then it shouldn't. Like, because you're already aware of what the risks are,
right?
Or you haven't thought it through enough to formulate an opinion.
Her dying of it doesn't change the fact of what the death rate is.
Yeah,
right.
Like, I mean,
it makes it personal.
Exactly, it makes it personal, but doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that it's more dangerous to society in any way, shape, or form.
It's like
you
car
should be able to separate that.
Just change it out with a car accident.
Have you guys seen the chart where they reversed the numbers, where they said based on states, they did for the states for the U.S. and then they did by countries, and they reversed the percentages and said percentage of the population not affected. So, like,
Stu, did you literally just say if we change it from a 1% death rate to a 99% death rate, would you be concerned? No. Yes, I'd be catastrophic.
Flip it, right. Survive. It's flipped.
No, he's saying
the media always pushes that. Yes, it's bad if you personally know it, and the percentages they work on the numbers. They don't go off of the percentages. What Stu is saying
is when you buy lunch meat and it says 97% fat free instead of 3% fat. So he's saying instead of 0.5%.
Okay, I got you.
Right. He's like and it's
we're
like
going to get sick, and it's going to be 99.5% survival rate.
Fair enough.
You'd be like, deuces, let's keep the party going.
My argument is still, all right, my cousin that looks outside her house and sees a truck full of dead people, like, I'm sorry, like that's different. It's not a fucking car wreck. It's not a fucking,
Well, one, your cousin doesn't know those are all COVID deaths. For one, they could be people that died.
Who gives a shit what the deaths are? They're fucking dead people out front of her house. Like, and like it is because of like this.
I care. Did that person die from pneumonia? Did that person die from the flu? Did that person die from heart disease? What did that person die from?
Yeah, but the fact
is, tell me there's bodies outside. It doesn't matter what they're from.
As the truck had to come into New York and fill up with dead people, they had to
because they didn't have the ability to deal with the dead people that came from whatever killed them.
Like, so whatever diseases have happened prior to this year, they've had the capacity to deal with it, and they haven't this year.
Right.
So there's dead people on top of those dead people, but because this came in, it's a huge deal. Like, and I'm like, we all live, like, dude, we all live in a beautiful place, man. This is great. Like, we don't have to deal with it.
But we're dealing with
it. But like, there are like countries, like, in cities that have real deal, and it's a struggle. Like, I'm not arguing with anything.
Yeah, but my point is that we are dealing with it, though. We're behaving like we're in New York City.
Yeah, and that's right. I mean, and that's where it's like it's so nuanced, and so there's so many levels.
But they're trying to,
and it's awkward.
They say we're behaving.
How do you deal with a country like the United States?
They're saying we're acting that way to make sure we don't become New York City. Now, I don't know. Again, I don't know. Like, if we would have become New York City, but that's everybody's acting.
No way we could have. Yeah,
everybody's acting based on the fact that they saw it there, so everyone reacted because it's New York. It steers the ship. These conversations are probably very different in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, because it's a little tiny town.
Yeah,
as it should be. And the scary part is, like, if some crazy thing happened in one of those tiny towns, where are they going to go? There's no hospitals. Like,
they just had this happen. There was this little town in Texas that literally no one goes to. It's like down a highway. It's like got one truck stop, and they were all like, why the fuck would we shut down? And then someone came through town with it, And it went from 0 cases to like, boom, 60 cases. And they're such a small town that was a horrific number for them to experience. And this was after they'd opened up and were like, we're all good. Like, this is stupid. Why are we dealing with it? And then it's like that first ripple happened and they panicked and shut down. But those stories are playing out everywhere in the opposite direction as well. Like, it hasn't affected us. So there's no right or wrong answer to this thing. The reality is we're fucked.
No.
Because of what has happened either way.
We have to come out of this. Like, we have to start opening up and get everything back. People have to be exposed.
I just think it's super interesting.
Humans are used to fighting things like this. Like, that's what human bodies do. Like, but we've got to, like, I think we did what we, like, I guess that's my point. Like, I felt like we did what we had to do to stop that massive surge, which crushed New York and crushed Italy and crushed other places that couldn't deal with it. But I felt like we've done that. And it feels like, all right, well, now we need to be opening up and like, hey, look, and now we just need to, like, the people that get sick have the ability to get treated because the hospitals aren't overwhelmed. They're not ready. Like, everyone can get treated. Everyone that
I just feel like we're just pushing off the inevitable.
Aren't affected at all. Can just live their lives.
I'm just trying to
shut everything down again for another 2 months.
Dynamic behind why certain people are more afraid than other people is interesting to me. Like, why is it that way? Like, why am I less concerned than Steve down the street?
I mean, everybody's got varying tolerances for whatever it may be. Some people hear a bunch of curse words. Like Fiona Face listens to this podcast for 5 minutes and goes, "That's trash." Then you get someone else listens to this and they go, that strikes a good chord.
So varying degrees of being Charmin soft.
Yeah, or
everybody has varying degrees of how,
or to just
or their experiences,
not soft
like Terrence is saying, like their experiences.
Yeah,
but if you have two people with the same experience, one person can be like, "Screw it, let's shut down till the end of time." The other person's like, "What are we doing?"
Some person go 100 miles an hour in a car and be panicked. Another person thinks, "I got to get this to 150." It's just,
dude. There's been sometimes in the last, like, an entire week will go by, and someone's like, "Hey, and someone will say something because I look panicked or maybe whatever, and they're like, "Are you worried about the coronavirus?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." Like, I forgot about the fucking coronavirus. I'm so worried about, like, the economy and my business and just getting the loan, and I can't get the loan, and this and that. Like, where the virus it's gone from my head. Like, I haven't even thought about getting sick or anyone I know getting sick or people like getting sick, like, because the economy has like overwhelmed that fear. Because it's like, well, this is a legit thing that I'm dealing with every day. And
I worry more about the after effects of everything else other than coronavirus. I feel like it's not just economy, it's not money. It's like, I've read articles, domestic violence is up, suicide's up, child abuse is up. All these things are up. They're usually down because this quarantining has a negative effect on a lot of people. And everyone wants to say, "Oh, it's a positive thing because we're not spreading it around." It's like, other bad things are happening, and to not take that into consideration seems silly. And then add on the people that don't have money, they can't work, small business. It's crazy.
I just don't know which one's. I don't know which one's worse. Because we'll never know. We'll never know. A course of action was taken. The only thing we'll know is what the actual effects are of what we did. And if that means less deaths and a shit economy, then that's the course of action.
But the thing is, this is never going to end because, as I said before, this is like terrorism. They can just tell you that there's more coming. So we need to keep doing it. And you tell Karen that. She's going to be making sure that Terrence's employees stay away from him. She's going to be making sure that her tables are far enough apart. This shit is never fucking going to end.
The terrifying thing is exactly what you just said. Like, there is no, well, good. And then there's a vaccine and we're fine. Like, well,
That's if.
When the Bulls play, are 50,000 people going to show up and watch?
I mean, why would we be fine when the vaccine comes?
That's what I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what, like, to your point, like there's no like, all right, September 1st. Phew. Wow, that was tough, but yeah.
But it's true. Like, we don't worry about polio. You know, like polio was devastating.
But we worry about the flu. They have a vaccine for it. They
Well,
call it a
that's just-
vaccine, but it's not a vaccine.
Yeah, I mean that's
Because
just
they're
this
just
is
guessing at what you're going
this
to
is
get.
the next.
Yeah.
This is the next virus, and it's not similar to the flu, but it's the next virus that we have to deal with as a population. Yes, it was more effective and spread more. It may have caused more deaths than any other previous viruses that we've had to deal with. But a vaccine is not the cure. And like Ely's playing, every single year for the flu, they take a guess
Well,
at
it
what's
is if
the
it doesn't
strain.
if it doesn't mutate. It is like
Well, that's
polio didn't mutate. You know, like that one polio vaccine that Jonas Salk came up with is literally still the polio vaccine to this day. The flu comes in so many different flavors, and we don't know what the.
How did you
fuck
pull that
this
name out
is.
with 60 nuggets in your belly, man?
Jonas
Like,
Salk?
seriously.
Well, he came up with the polio vaccine. I mean, come on, guys. It's common knowledge.
Just saying, that's impressive.
It was on CBS Sunday Morning this past week. They actually were
There
talking
we
about
go.
polio.
There we go.
And I don't miss CBS Sunday Morning. That's my jam. The kids know Dad comes down smelling a little bit like old booze, gets a cup of coffee, and then watches Jane Pauley and do her magic.
I did see a little article that said that they were surveying people and that they were fine with sporting events continuing and not having fans, like so I can watch my sports.
But look
I'm
at
like,
half the damn
Without fans sucks.
half the people who play sports are like, I'm not going to play. And Ely, that's a really good example of exactly what you're talking about. Like they say they're going to open up sports and go back out and play without. Like half of the people who play sports are like, well, I'm not going to play. This is crazy talk. I'm staying home. And then you got the other half of the guys that are like, absolutely, let's get back out there and play. But it's a little microcosm of society. If you just break out sports, there's all these athletes coming out saying, I won't do it. No way.
because it crossed my mind because I think, Joe Burrow just signed a $36 million 3-year deal. If they're not having fans in the stands, how are you going to support the revenue that's going to pay these athletes? And then on top of that,
Well, TV rights will go up. TV rights will skyrocket.
I think the NFL already knows something because didn't they just sign a 3 or 5 year deal with Amazon to do the whole streaming of the games? I mean, they're seeking out other revenue streams. Yeah.
I haven't heard that officially, but that'll be very interesting because this is the last year DirecTV has that exclusivity.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Like next
to see
year
how
is the
that
open
goes.
year, and
Yeah.
and if they have random games like, well, let's play games on Sunday or on Monday because no other sport can figure it out, and they do.
I mean, NASCAR is getting ready to run 7 races in 10 days. No fans, just to catch
But it does
up.
seem like, all right, like doesn't golf and tennis seem like sport, or like there's a couple sports like going to the beach. I mean, there's certain things that like doesn't seem like it needs to be regulated, right?
Yeah.
He's Brandon's walking away. But I mean, right? Like there are certain sports. Like, come on, like we can have a golf tournament. We can, right? I mean, you don't need a gallery. Just get all the people tested. You're contained in the one venue you're playing in, and just play it.
Well, Rory
I don't
McIlroy
know.
immediately said, "Don't." There's always going to be these outliers. They're always
True,
gonna be there.
but then that athlete. I guess you're right. It depends. Like if half the athletes are like no way.
So,
then,
Terrence,
all right, well,
if-
you're not
if-
doing
No, not half the athletes. One Karen. Rory is Karen.
Right.
And Karen chimes in and says, I don't want to do that. So then everybody reacts to fucking Karen. That's
Right.
the world we live in, dude. That's
it.
one
Yeah.
loud
And-
Karen.
and-
Yeah, I've got to believe that the people in sports, it's
if
the
they don't get
minority
money-
that says I don't want to do it.
yeah,
but
squeak-
Everyone is
squeak against the grease.
terrified of Karen getting retweets
Right.
and burning their business to the ground on Twitter.
Huh.
That's
Yeah.
it. PGA can't have McElroy's followers dragging them through the sand because they told Rory to go pound sand that we're playing this tournament anyways. Get a set of nuts because you don't have to stand next to another human while you golf, retard.
But don't you think that if they started golf without Rory, it'd only be a couple months before he was like, All right, guys, I'm back.
Like, who's Rory? Rory's not Tiger. There's only one dude that matters. Like, and that's, is Nicholson and Tiger, and like that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and Mickelson and Tiger are going to do another one of those like skins tourneys.
Cool.
Make money. Like they've already said they're going to do
That's
that.
going to be awesome.
And everyone will tune in. The best thing they could do is do that right now, still in the middle of this. If they could get that together, they will have a monopoly on. We're literally watching the Bulls from '98, and we're all talking about it. I mean, they could actually play live sports. They get out there and play that match head to head. I would pay-per-view that bitch. I'd pay $100.
Well,
just to have
when they said all the guys in the NBA that got the NBA shut down, like all those guys that had it, pretty much were all like asymptomatic, right? Like, I mean, I don't think anyone was like
absolutely
hospitalized or sick, or obviously these are elite athletes, but
which is why I feel fairly comfortable. I'm with you.
Like, like how much?
Not after these Nuggets, Brendan.
Actually, I got to be honest. My heart is like thumping in a way that doesn't feel good. Like I'm like borderline. I'm hypertension right now. Borderline stroke. Like there is, like my stomach is actually. I'm doing okay. I'm able to sip a couple beers. Like I'm all right. But every once in a while, I get this like thump, 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 where I could feel my heart pounding in various parts of my body.
That's your salt intake.
Yeah, it's a little intense. Ely, are you feeling any ramifications, or are you now perfectly fine?
I'm money.
He's thinking about what he's going to eat when we stop talking.
Yeah, he's midnight snacking.
Ice cream.
He's over there eating goldfish. I'm like, I feel my heartbeat in my ears and my temples. Shit.
Well, out of the crowd here, does everyone think colleges will all start next semester? Like, think that'll happen?
I think everything should start.
Yeah.
But do you think
I don't know that he's saying
you
he should. I think he's saying would.
I don't know if it will.
Do you think Penn State's going to be like, yeah, we're open? I mean, not necessarily playing sports, but like just.
Penn State will let anything go for however long.
Right.
My answer is no.
Radford's opening up.
Well, that was the point. Like I saw Radford saying, hey, we're opening up. I'm like, all right, well, there you go. Like, are we just going to. Because it feels like we just have to do that, right?
All right, Terrence, next week, Governor comes out, says restaurants can open. Do you open next week?
I mean, Lisa's got everything planned. Like, this is why my wife's like the organizational, like, so she's got like, all right, we're going to have sanitation, just whatever the factors that would make people feel comfortable coming in. Yes, we've got this and this and this and this, and this is what we're doing. So we're planning for it. And whether it's at half capacity or for to-go food or whatever it is.
It sounds like that first wave, they're going to ask for 25% capacity when we get to.
It's going to be a mess, dude. I'm not excited about it.
People that go to a pub, they don't give a shit.
Right.
I was going to say,
they want to be with their friends. They want to be close. They want to have a good time. It's not full of Karens.
And everybody told him, was like, well, all right, look, hey, look, there's 15 people here. Can 3 of you go in this other room right here? Let's just like, all right, cool. Like, I feel like the people that are going to come.
I think my personal opinion is
because you're not having a group of 20 wander in. Like, you're not bringing your family to a pub for a long time.
I seriously think
you're not going out with your.
Oh, I'll take my
family
kids.
of 4.
I'll be at your pub.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really think that if you were to tomorrow, if you had the staffing capacity, everything is good to go, and you opened up, you're going to be fucking flooded. Yeah. I think the entire those that can reopen and didn't get crushed by the quarantine and can move forward, then crap.
Oh, here's
cross fingers, baby. That's what I'm hoping.
But I do have one last random thing that I was thinking about the other day. We've all joked about how the Shamrock Pub has no way that they should stay open even before this. They have like 3 patrons who sit there all night.
I've been there way too much.
The Shamrock Pub should never, ever survive this downturn being shut down like this. If they open back up, like didn't miss a beat, they are clearly peddling heroin out of the back of that place. Or
that
something.
means that you thought that the 3 people were keeping them afloat.
No, you see, I've always been of the belief that there's something sketchy about the fact that they
the trailer
park
right
pandemic
should
prove nothing to you.
The trailer park next door has been keeping them going.
Yeah, but the trailer park, no one's been in there. I'm just saying they had to have been hanging on by.
They've been selling beer out the back of that thing this whole time.
Yeah, I've just always thought if they
the
were a
back.
legitimate business, they've been hanging on by a thread. If they pull through this thing, then there's no doubt there's something up.
Absolutely.
So we should do an expose on this. Like, we should really get behind the scenes.
We should do a remote from there.
We should buy that place. Is what we should do.
And whatever they're peddling out of the back.
Penny Lane South Side.
South
We don't want to change
Penny
anything.
Lane,
We want you to
South
keep doing what you're doing. We just want to own it.
Yeah, I just want to know who it is you're talking to. What are you up to?
Yeah.
Let me take
whatever
a
you're
peek at
doing
the
is
books.
working. We
like,
just want to be the names on the place.
Yeah, because I don't even have to serve
Tuesday
people
nights.
beers or feed them food. I don't have to
Podcast
do
nights.
anything. I just stay open and make money. There's something up. It's American Gangster up in that thing.
Brendan,
Yo,
did we do a 2-hour podcast just now after you ate 60 nuggets?
yeah, can we hang up, man? I got to shit.
This has gotten out of hand.
Yeah. That was
I can't believe you guys are still functioning.
I thought you guys were doing a whole month worth today. That was the whole point was to get the whole all of May done now.
We gave them way too much.
I question if we gave him anything for the first hour.
I don't know. I was intrigued.
It was lacking. It was lacking the first 45 minutes.
Thanks, Terrence. Everybody go to Penny Lane Pub.
Yeah, whenever it opens.
Hell of an endorsement.
If we're ever allowed to open again. Woo!
I love it. Terrence, I dig that.
You boys are awesome, man. I appreciate all you do.
Of course.
Enjoy listening to you.
Yeah, man. Just
Definitely.
put that ITPH nugget challenge or tender challenge on that menu. Let's see
We'll
what
figure
people
something
can
out.
do. That would be awesome.
Sausage roll challenge or something like that. I have to make it English.
Difficult.
Oh,
Okay.
listening to Penny Lane on a loop. Oh, we could. Never mind. That's fraternity stuff. Never mind.
It's torture.
Never mind.
No, Terrence, thanks for joining, man. That was cool. Unexpected surprise. It's always good to have you out. Everybody out there, Troy, did you see that we got a Venmo this week? I do want to give a shout out.
I did. We got a Venmo from my buddy Adam. I won't say his last name, but Adam shot us over some money, and we greatly appreciate it. We're going to send him the best of season 1, 4.5 hours.
So today, I literally went into Facebook and I dropped $10 directly into advertising. So
That's
Adam,
awesome.
So Adam, just know it didn't go to waste as soon as it came in.
Adam K, we appreciate you.
I put it right back in. I put it right back into the system. Let's keep this thing going because we've noticed some traction when we do that. So every time those come in, just know that's
He's
that's where the
lying. He
money-
used it for the Nuggets and put it back into his system.
Fuck. I wouldn't waste y'all's hard-earned money on such things.
That's right.
No.
Chicken shortage, murder hornets. It's a miserable situation.
So Barstool
those-
just tweeted a video of a murder hornet destroying a mouse, and it's pretty crucial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
We gotta check this out. I
There's
dig
And
it.
for those that are wondering, how can I donate money?
How would you
go
do
to
that,
Venmo,
Troy?
You go to Venmo and you donate to @Inside the Pallet House, and
I like
we'll
that.
take all denominations, so long as they're over $10.
We'll take less.
Yeah, we'll take less. I'm just busting your chops. And also today, when I was cruising the neighborhood on my walk, had some neighbors hit me up on the glasses front. You know, if you didn't buy the nectars on the big 420 sale, you missed the 42% off. But always, you can use the ITPH code and get 30% off. That's the next best code. There's no better code outside of their Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and 420 sale. The ITPH code is 30% off.
That's the one. I got my new pair of tides right here. I'm pretty excited about them, man. They're all right. So, and thanks again. If you guys, anyone needs insurance, you reach out to Ryan Parker over at Tau Insurance. His number 804-855-4567. Let him know that Inside the Pallet House sent you. He'd appreciate the call. Maybe he can do something for you. Maybe give you some better rates than what you're getting, or turn you on to some new insurance you don't have, like boat insurance, which I no longer need because my salary's been cut. But But I'm still not giving up the dream, and I'll be damned. I'll call Ryan, and I will get boat insurance one day.
What about drone insurance?
Drone insurance is not
Need
needed.
some of that.
Damn it. Actually, I desperately need drone insurance. That's hilarious. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you guys continue to stay safe, stay sane. I know this is crazy times. We did not help your chicken shortage. We actually decimated the chicken population in Little Richmond, Virginia here. But you guys stay safe, stay good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance to reach out to us on the Facebook page, please do so. If you want to hit us up on Gmail, that would be insidethepallethouse@gmail.com. Or inside the damn it, I have forgotten the fucking email address. Was it Inside the Pallet House
I think
podcast?
it's inside the Pallet House at Gmail.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what's going on. There's so many nuggets clogging up.
.com.
Oh, that's it. It was the .com. So yeah, reach out to us inside the Pallet House at gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. You can always find us on Twitter or Instagram at ITPH Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Terrence, thanks again for joining. And we will be talking to you guys next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace out.
That's a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
A little long. But yeah, it's good.